All right, we are live. What's up? Hey guys, once again, Matt with Galaxy Games 843 here. I've got Howard Hospitality Group here, and Xtreme Vending will be joining us very shortly. So, welcome everyone to the live stream. Hello, Jonathan. How are you?
Hi, how are you? Good evening.
Doing good.
I gotta
What's
turn off.
new?
Gotta turn off my. I'm good. Hold
Got
on. There we go.
to turn off your
Sorry.
secondary audio. I hear you.
I
I
knew
do
that
the
was gonna
same.
happen. It happens every time. Sorry. How are you this evening?
I
Merry
am
Christmas
great.
almost.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you as well. I got you got your tree back there.
Yeah, that was Natalie. We had it on the other side of the room. She's like, "You gotta put a Christmas tree in there." I said,
It's
"Okay." So
perfect. It's
yeah,
perfect.
she got it all set up for us. So
I'm in my office slash studio, so therefore that's outside in the main living area. So unfortunately, I don't have it in my background. But
oh,
yeah, it's getting to be that time. Is everyone out there ready for your holidays? Have you all shopped out?
I think we're set. We got some really good presents for the kids this year, so they're gonna
That's awesome.
be. I think they're gonna be excited. So they don't know what's coming or what's My son, he's into video games and stuff, and we got some stuff for him he really wanted. So we got some good
Don't
stuff
talk about
picked
it
out.
too much. They're
No,
probably in the
I'm
next
not
room
going
or
to.
something like that, right?
Yeah, I didn't think about
I was
that.
gonna say, is Amelia sneaking around back there?
So yeah, but yeah, no, we're good. We've got all our presents and I think we're ready to go. We just got to wrap them all. So
Good stuff. Good
yeah,
stuff. Well, hopefully everyone out there, hopefully you all are pretty much shopped up or ready for the holidays. If you're not, I'm sure there's a vendor in your life, or maybe you're the vendor. So, throw it in the comments, guys. What are you looking for your vending business or for just your vending in general that you would like to receive as a present? That would be something cool to talk about tonight. Since we got the holidays coming up, we want to get the chats going. So, tell us what you'd like to see or what you'd like to get for a gift as a vendor or as running a vending machine business. Do you want some new tools? Do you want a credit card reader? What do you guys want out there? Let me know in the comments.
you go first, Matt.
Charleston Pinball Arcade says, "What's up, all? What do I want?
Yeah.
You know what I want? I want some more stuff to help the channel. I want some YouTube gear. That's what I want to find like a YouTube hat or a YouTube shirt.
Yeah.
Especially with Vegas coming up, I want to be able to wear some cool gear. Maybe some different merch from different YouTube channels or something like that. Um, I don't know. I don't know. That's the kind of stuff I'm looking for right now. Nothing super expensive, right? I
Yeah.
would love to have all kinds of new equipment for the channel as well. But that's those are usually come with big price tags.
That's the thing. We when we went to the show last year, we were talking about that Vegas show that's coming up in March.
Yeah,
There was a
yeah.
company, and all they did was change machines. So like machines, you dump your change in, and and they had one there that was you put the quarters in it or whatever it is, and it would put them in the little tubes, and then you took the wrapper out and you pressed it on the side of the machine, and it would roll, like seal
Yeah,
it for you. And
I
oh
know
man, I
exactly
love.
which machine you're talking about. Yeah, it kind of
Yeah.
looked like one of those like office copy printer type machines,
Yeah,
right?
that one's
Yep.
even nicer. This one wasn't even
Yeah.
that nice, but it was all
This one was
metal and
the lower
yeah,
end.
I
Yeah,
can't remember the company, but the more we do this because we get so much coin in our machines,
yeah,
and like we've got
yeah.
this little, I don't know if you can even see it, but we have this little, it's like just a really cheap thing that we got on
Probably the same one
Amazon,
I have. Yeah, probably the same one I have.
and man, it doesn't work that great. So that would be
So
something.
I've all right. I'll grab mine here. So I've
Okay,
got the Royal Sovereign
hey,
right
that's
here.
it.
Right? Is
Yeah.
that the same one?
But ours isn't
So
digital
it I
like that one. That's fancy. Ours isn't even
okay.
that fancy. So that's even fancier
This
than
one
ours.
works pretty good. What I do is I actually go and buy the paper tubes from Walmart. I know I should buy them from Amazon, but the problem is when you buy them from Amazon, you got to buy like 2,000 of them, and they come in a big box. And the last
Hmm.
thing I need is one more big box in my way with everything, right?
Yeah.
So I buy them from Walmart. They're like $1 a bag, and I really only buy the quarter wrappers. And I put them in there, and it just fills them
Yep.
up, and I just pull them out and
Nat,
fold the ends over,
Natalie,
and I'm good to go.
Natalie found them at Dollar Tree. That's where she gets them, and I think they're dollar twenty
I've
five.
bought them
So,
at Dollar Tree before as well, but
hmm
at Dollar Tree they come in like a mixed bag, and usually I think they're like this, where they're both ends are open, so you can't
oh no, she
fill
got
them as the machine. I
she
don't
got
know. I haven't
these.
looked at Dollar Tree lately, so okay. Well, those are the same kind of I buy at Walmart, so I'll have to check
Yeah.
Dollar Tree to see if they've
So
got the
if they're
updated
cheaper at
ones.
Walmart, because these are what I mean, a Dollar Tree is not Dollar Tree anymore. It's a dollar 25
Right,
tree.
right.
But
Well, in at Walmart they might be $1.25. I'm just saying $1 at this
oh
point,
yeah, but
so
that's
it might be about the same deal for sure. All right, we got some comments coming in. Anthony
Cool.
Hastings says he'll take some Nyax for Christmas. There we go. I'll put
Yeah,
that up on the
right.
screen. Yeah, we'll definitely take some
Yeah.
Nyax. And guys, actually, I just got a new Nyax credit card reader today. It just arrived today. I don't know if you all saw my bonus video on Monday where we got a new vending machine and we ordered a Nyax credit card reader. Howard Hospitality has one right there too, but I actually installed it today on my lunch break and
Oh,
I made a
nice.
video of me doing it. Yes. So there's going to be a new video of me installing the Nyax credit card reader on my Wittern Futura combo machine. That's going to be coming up maybe this week. I don't know. Maybe it'll be next week. I don't know. It's
That's
going to
the
be
new
soon,
machine.
obviously.
That's the new machine I saw in your video. That combo unit, right? With the cold and
Yes,
yeah,
the
that's
nice
really
combo.
nice.
Yeah,
That thing looked brand new.
I actually, it's really, yeah, it's a really good shape. It just needed a good like wipe down, honestly. So I cleaned it real
Yeah.
good. It had some like sticker residue, adhesive residue on the front,
Mm.
so I was able to take that off with some WD-40, and it worked out really well.
Nice.
But yeah, so I got my Nyax credit card reader today, and I installed it on my lunch break. It was great, very cool.
Wow. You're efficient. It takes me a little longer than
And I
that.
made a video out of it too. I made a video. I filmed the whole thing while I was working.
That's
So
cool.
I made a video of the credit card reader installation. So it's coming up soon.
I'll do
Ryan says he
one.
wants about 100 locations for Christmas.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
I would love
Hey,
100
man.
locations for Christmas. That would be
Wow.
awesome. Very cool. What else we got here? We got Anthony talking about the Klopp crimping coin counters, and I know Klopp is going to have a table at the Las Vegas convention. I was
That's
looking
the
at
ones. That's the ones I'm
okay,
talking about. And they're
I was looking at the vendor list, and Klopp is going to be there, so we'll
yeah, they
definitely want
had
to
a
check
booth
out that table
there.
when we're there
I mean, they're
for sure.
expensive. I mean, they're in the thousands, for these machines. But I mean, they're built
Hmm.
like tanks. They got to weigh like probably,
Yeah.
400 pounds or something. I mean, they're just
Well, I know
awesome.
I've had one of the little metal Klopp machines, the hand crank ones. I've had those in the past.
Hmm.
Those are pretty good. The
The
problem
one
is
we were
they
looking at, it was you plug it in or you can hand crank it. So it could
yeah,
do both.
that was
So if
probably
you
the same
took,
one I had.
yeah. And
They
man,
can
it
be
was
expensive, but I'll tell you what, I can usually find those at those arcade auctions, usually for like between 20 and $50.
no way. Really?
Yeah, yeah. I
Okay.
mean, they usually need some work. They usually need a good cleaning or some, maybe a couple like internal gears or something replaced or fixed or something like that. But yeah, I
I
can
can
usually
do
find
that.
them
It's better
for
than
sure.
$3,000 or whatever they are. They're expensive.
Right, right. Hey, cool. Ryan got the Pokemon. I saw it. So Ryan was the winner of
Oh
our that
yeah.
Pokemon card that we found inside the dollar bill acceptor at our barbershop machine. His name was pulled after two live streams ago. Last week we confirmed his address. We shipped it out to him. Looked like he received it. And his 9-year-old son loves it. That's awesome, man. Glad you guys are enjoying it.
Oh,
Glad
that's
you guys
cool.
received everything good.
And you
That's
signed
awesome.
it, right?
I
Did you
did
say
sign it, yes. Well,
that?
I signed the back of it. I didn't want to write
Okay.
on the front on the actual Pokemon character, so I
Right.
signed the back with the Pokemon logo and all that stuff. I thought it was
Nice.
pretty cool. Yeah.
It's gonna be worth
Hey, look at
millions.
that, guys, too. Look who we got in joining us this week. Quick Play is
Hey.
here. Welcome.
Hey
Welcome,
guys.
Quick Play. Thanks for joining us, guys. We appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Very cool.
Appreciate having you here. You guys always bring some awesome comments to the table, so we appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for joining. And we're going to be talking a lot about Vegas tonight. We're going to talk a lot about the holidays and everything like that. So, Quick Play. I know you've moved into your new arcade space. You want to give us any behind the scenes info, how that thing's going for you? What's new about over there? We obviously we all watched your video of the
Yeah.
collection at the new space, which is awesome, by the way. But how's everything else going? Tell us more in the comments about how that new space is running. I bet it's awesome.
So in your area in South Carolina, are
Hmm.
malls as big as they used to be? Or are they not?
So yes and no. So we've got two malls in Charleston. So I'm in Charleston, South Carolina. We've
Okay.
got two malls here. One is a dead mall, meaning there's a lot of empty storefronts.
Yeah.
There's just nobody really goes there anymore. It's really kind of weird. The
Yeah.
other one is still pretty much thriving. There's no, I mean, there's maybe like a couple empty storefronts, and like the one in particular, it's probably only about 800 square feet. It's the one that I've been interested in for months, and it's like on the edge of the food court. Like the way our food court is set up, our food court has restaurants on one side and stores on the other. So
Yeah.
on the restaurant side, there's like your typical Sbarro. There's like an Oriental place. There's
I love
a Charlie's
Sbarro.
Steakery, like all that typical stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then on the other side, there's actually a hibachi restaurant, and there's like there was a perfume place, but now it's like a convenience store, and that it was empty for a while. That's where I really wanted to be. And then it goes around the corner, and around the corner there's a Books a Million, there's a clothing store, there's that small 800 square foot empty space, and then there's Chick-fil-A right next to that.
Oh, nice.
And like
Yeah.
not yes, and nothing ever survives in that 800 square foot space. So that's what I'm really interested in. But let me just bring Extreme in. Extreme just joined us. Here we
Yay.
go. Let me bring him in.
I
Welcome,
just,
Extreme. Thanks for
hey, what's up,
joining us
guys?
tonight.
I just want to show
Hey,
the
hey,
Xtreme
hey.
box off.
There we go.
Look at
Love
that.
it, love it, love it.
Nice. Is he gonna put his
Okay,
lovely
very
face in
cool.
there too?
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if he's going to jump in there.
definitely am.
Looks like he's still getting his camera set up there. There we go.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, welcome, Extreme. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Hey, oh
He's
no, you
going for
guys
the
dropped.
fashionable. He's going for the fashionably late entrance. There we go. All right.
There we go. You guys
Did
fell
he get a
down.
fancy microphone?
No,
It looks
no,
like
I've
at
had
least
this
a
thing.
new
Oh.
pop filter, though, right?
Yeah, look at that. That's like professional radio stuff, like Galaxy, like
I love
that. Wow.
Love it.
I'm gonna have to
All right,
improve
so
my game.
So, Quick Play's given us a topic to talk about here tonight. And the topic is, how are your vending machines doing during the holidays compared to, say, the summer months? And I'll tell you what, guys, my sales are down, especially from a full line standpoint. Now, from an amusement standpoint,
Yes.
even my amusement sales are still down too. But as we enter into the month of December, people are out of school, people are taking time off work. I think that's going to increase a little bit. What do you guys think? Are you seeing more sales from your claw machines right now, or more plays from your claw machines, with people out shopping, people going to restaurants because they're out shopping, or just in general like that?
David, you want to go first?
Oh, sure. Yeah. It's up and down in certain areas. Like, well, in Arizona, this is our season, so we get a lot of visitors, and so like going out to restaurants, my restaurants are going up like crazy. Grocery stores are doing well, but then places like my ice cream shops are down a little bit because people don't
Yeah.
go out for ice cream as much during the cold season.
Right.
So yeah, it's kind of up and down, but it's pretty good.
So
Yep,
our
that's what Randy says too. Tell us more.
go ahead. More, David, or no?
Oh no, yeah, I was just saying that's pretty good. It's for the most part do pretty well, but it's kind of up and down though. But yeah, for the most part though, that's still good because I got places that do well and some places that don't do well, so they kind of cancel each other out.
So
sure.
for us, we've only been doing this since February, so we're fairly new, and so we're learning kind of the seasons. But our full line vending is like way down. So we
Mhm.
usually are doing, we do big drink numbers in the summertime. It
Yep.
increased big time, but then our food sales went down. And
Mhm.
now it's just kind of, except for energy drinks and water, is pretty much what we're selling the most of right now. We don't really sell a lot of the Gatorades or any of that stuff. It's all like Red Bulls and those types of things and some water bottles. And that's pretty much it. But as far as snacks, we're doing okay, but we're not doing what we were. I mean, each
Mhm.
machine was averaging over 150 or $200 a week,
Yeah,
and now we're down to 50 to 100 maybe max. So
for
it just
sure.
depends on the machine. So I don't know what it is, but full line's down. As far as claws, I mean, we're killing it. We're doing really
Mhm.
well with claws.
Yeah.
So we have them in busy places. And I think that's why. And even our Mexican restaurants and stuff where we have them, they're doing really well. So claws for us are doing awesome. So in the amusement part, we're doing great, but
Yeah. And
full
hey,
line, not so much.
congratulations on your new locations. I think we've
Oh
all seen
yeah.
your senior videos, especially from Logan's. That
Yeah,
looks like
that
an
was
awesome
really
spot.
cool.
Very cool.
Well, we just collected from it too, and I'm not going to give it away because we're going to do a video, but it was
Yeah,
over
don't spoil it.
$100 for
So,
6 days. So
everybody out there watching, if you want to know how much the Howard Hospitality Group made from their first Logan's collection, you're gonna
yeah,
have to go subscribe to their channel and follow them
yep,
for sure.
yeah, we're going to be
Well, the
releasing
great
that.
thing is I love the story on how you got that location too,
Yes.
and the locations you're possibly going to be getting from it as well.
And then we just had a really good discussion with Papa Murphy's the other day. So there's a group
Papa
around here that
Murphy's.
runs a lot of the Papa Murphy's locations, and so they're interested in possibly doing some stuff too. So All I gotta say is just find out who runs the franchises and talk to them, and that's the best advice you can possibly. Because most of the time, it seems like they run more than one, so you may get into 3 or 4. And there's one that has 15 locations. That's another one that we're working on. So hopefully that pans out. But yeah.
So
So
this is a
anyway,
comment. This is a comment I wanted to highlight real quick.
Okay.
So this is from Quick Play, and I actually saw a lead. This actually came from one of the local auctions, and for some reason, someone in my house is printing something right now. So I apologize for the background noise. My printer going nuts. Anyway, so Quick Play is getting a Sega UFO catcher. Looks like it's being delivered tomorrow morning for their
Ooh.
new arcade space. So who knows what the Sega UFO catcher is, right? You know which machine that is? It's
I
a
do.
dual
Yes.
claw machine.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
It's got like
Very-
it's the 2 claw.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they are very popular, especially in Japan. And if you watch any of the Japanese arcade YouTube videos, you're going to see a lot of Sega UFO catchers in those machines. That machine is going to do awesome and look awesome in their new space. So I think I can say it for all of us. We're super excited to see that machine in your space, and we can't wait to see how well it performs for you. It's going to be
Yeah. I
awesome.
can't wait to see that.
Yeah, for sure.
I've been enjoying Quick Play's collections too. Did
Yeah.
you see their $1,000 collection in their
Yes.
new location in their
Yes.
mall?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that's the bigger one, right? They
That's
moved
the
over.
new
and they got
space.
the bigger one.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, that's incredible. Oh, that's
Absolutely incredible. I was even surprised to see that people were putting quarters into the classic games because
awesome. I know, I was
I've
so
been
proud.
I've been working with classic games for 15 plus years, and like I wouldn't even think about putting a classic game out on the route here in South Carolina because we still have to pay those tax stamps, which means at 25 cents per play, you have to get 1,000 plays before you break even. So it's just not worth it to put those machines out here
not
on
worth
location in South Carolina. But it's
You mean
awesome.
like painted Pac-Man machines, like those?
What's that?
Like your painted Pac-Man machine you're working
I would
on?
not put that out on location after I put all that work into it. That's for sure. That was actually for another collector. I did all that work
Oh,
for.
that's cool.
Yeah. So, but it
Nice.
turned out really well. Yeah. So we actually we did that work. I want to say we did that during the pandemic. I was stuck at home. I had all the supplies. I just never had the time. And then we were stuck at home. I was like, I can do all this extra stuff I've been wanting to do. So I finally tackled that Pac-Man project and got the stencils done. So that video was actually from like 2020 back on my channel. And I just recently kind of edited it up and did a short out of it, which turned out really cool. But it didn't get a lot of views. So people must not like that style of content. Anyway.
So
I enjoyed watching
Amelia,
it.
speaking of Quick Play, because she watches all their videos, and she watched them do the collection for the giant gumball machine
Yes.
like about a week
Oh, I
ago.
love
I
those ones.
still don't understand how that machine makes so much money.
I have
don't
no
get it.
idea either.
I know it's 50
And
cents.
she watched that video, and every place we drive, she is scouting for a location for one of those gumball machines. She wants one so
You-
bad, and I'm like, do you know how expensive
You know
those
what?
are? Those are
One
like,
of my
you know,
local laundromat people, they got into claw machines because of me, and they watch my channel, and they watch Quick Play now. And the kids, they're just a couple of teenagers. Anyways, they went out and they bought themselves a giant gumball machine for one of the laundromats and stuff. So
Really?
they ordered
Yeah.
that from, I think it was candymachines.com or whatever. They're telling me the story. It was a really cool story.
that thing is cool, very cool.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right. Anthony Hastings says they're rocking it on their claw machines at buffets, China and pizza, different places like that. But mom and pop bulk is off. So
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
could see that. I could see that happening for sure.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
true. Our bulk
about-
Go ahead, David.
I was going to say, we used to have these pizza places, and I was talking to my buddy Delway. We looked them all up. Used to be all over Arizona and across the country, called Eatsa Pizza, I believe. Do you guys remember Eatsa Pizza? Was it over in your guys' states?
Not for me.
They
Yeah,
were all
sounds
West
awesome,
Coast,
though.
like
Sounds good,
yeah.
though.
There was all you can eat buffet, and I'm like, really want to put claw machines in these places, but they're long gone. I guess they went out of business. So yeah, I'm sad
Well,
about that.
our
But I would
bulk-
love to get those places.
We used to be collecting our bulk once a week because we were doing pretty good,
Mm-hmm.
and now we're collecting once a month just because it's not what it used to be. So we're averaging maybe $30 a month.
Well, when
Roughly.
you say you were collecting bulk once a week, that just sounds like a lot of work for bulk vending. So what kind of machine was it? And was it empty
Well,
or were you just getting antsy?
It was because they were new to her and they were her first machines. So we
Yes.
were going once a week, and she was, she'd go in all excited, and so we would go once a week, and we'd still get like $10 a week, out of
Yeah.
those machines. It was pretty good. And then all of a sudden we weren't anymore, and so but yeah, so now we just don't go as often because it's not, we weren't getting as much money. But we're only doing like $30 a month now, probably. And we still have Nerd Gumballs, which we got one of the last boxes that Candy Machines had, and then we do Peanut M&Ms and Mike and Ike's, and they seem to do okay.
Here we go with the spammers already.
What?
Let's see. What do we got?
I was going to say about the capsule and the capsule vending. There's a guy at one of my locations, and actually, this is the thing that's been going on. Many of my locations, I find there's a guy that passed away, and during the pandemic, and he left 500 locations, and there are abandoned machines in all these different locations and stuff like that. Just it's kind of interesting. And you're talking about my dog. I'm sorry, I gotta take care of my dog real fast.
You're good.
He's interrupting. I can't think with you.
All right. Quick Plays got a comment for us. They say auctions seem to be great for getting cool, affordable games like the UFO catchers. Yes. So I do love going to the arcade and vending machine auctions. I haven't bought much there lately because I don't really have anything to buy. And I just got a new vending location that we're working on right now. So I just went out and found a vending machine that was kind of local to me and got it delivered and everything like that. So basically I'm to the point now where I'm only going and buying machines when I need them.
Yeah.
I may buy some more arcade projects at the next auction when I go. I should have bought some at the last one, but it was such a long day and I just didn't feel like loading cabinets. So I was just like, you know what? Let somebody else have them. But that's something that, I want to get back into, is doing more and more arcade restoration and stuff, because it's kind of a hobby of mine. And I even kind of showed off some of the projects I'm working on in that vending machine video, because I'm working on a Donkey Kong Jr. right now.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, it's pretty cool.
So just so you know, the boss just showed up. She's here now. So.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
There she is. Hey, Amelia.
So I'm getting kind of worried because we first started doing this back in like March, and we went to a local roundtable and we asked them, how do we, take over a location or get a machine here? And they said, we'll come back in December. And so we went back last week and they're like, it sounds good. We're probably going to end up going with you guys. But they've got like big claw machines and like a Cruisin' USA and like all this other stuff. And I don't know where we're going to get those. I mean, we're going to have to go, because I don't think they have auctions in California, do they?
They do.
Captain's Warehouse, I think it's called.
Okay.
Yeah, they just had an auction today, but it wasn't arcade. It was like gaming consoles and like classic, like
another
never
good
open.
thing is, I'm not sure how far it is from you, but there's an event every year, and I couldn't tell you when it is because I'm obviously on the opposite coast, but it's called California Xtreme. Go check that out. Go look up information on California Xtreme. It's a big arcade convention as well, and you could probably get some deals if you're looking for certain type of machines there, I would imagine.
Well, I don't know. I mean, we've never bought any used machines. Like, is it okay? I mean, they're usually in good shape. Like, if you buy like a used Cruisin' USA.
Well, so here's the deal. If you're going to own arcade games, you better know how to work on arcade games, right?
Yeah.
Because you got to remember too, these things are from the 80s and the 90s, so they're 40 and 30 years old, right? So you can expect to have problems, and if you don't have problems, you can expect that problems are coming. So learn how to work on those things.
So we actually are extremely lucky because about a year ago, 2 houses down from us lives a gentleman. He's from the UK, and he works for what's it called? NEN, the ones the people that have all the arcade games. Like, they have all the Walmart locations and stuff. Is it NEN?
Not here. I think it's I forget what it's called here on the East Coast.
Anyways, he's a maintenance guy for them, and now he's in his house. He's in charge of all the guys that go out and fix the machines. So he's the one that helped us figure out, like, helping us with NIAX and all that stuff. Like, we had no idea. Yeah, so he's the one that showed us like where to cut the cables and attach everything, because I had no idea. And so he came over and showed us which wires to connect.
Oh, that's nice.
So he could probably help me a little bit, but he likes a lot of alcohol, so I'd have to buy him a lot of alcohol. So But I
Well,
can
you're
tell
gonna have to learn. Honestly, you're gonna
yeah.
have to learn. And there's a ton of videos out there. I learned everything from me in arcade repair is all self taught. It's all trial and error. It's all research, and a lot of shotgunning parts, which means just replacing part by part by part and seeing what works and what doesn't work. Honestly, that's how I learned to do everything. I've
National
obviously
Entertainment Network is where he works. And I
National
guess they have
Entertainment Network,
yeah, and I guess they
NEN.
have I think that's what it's called. And they have all the like Walmart contracts and stuff. National Entertainment Network. So they're kind of like I guess as big as what is it? Ready Player One. Do you guys have Ready Player One out there?
Isn't that a movie?
Yeah, but there's a company.
No, we don't have Ready Player One out here on the East Coast. At least not that
Oh,
I'm aware of.
well, they're the ones that have like massive, like amounts of machines all in this area. Maybe it's just West Coast. I don't know, but that's one of the big companies.
And who knows? Maybe that's the company that runs the Walmarts here on the East Coast. I couldn't tell you honestly. I know it's
Yeah.
got a name similar to that, but I couldn't tell you
Oh,
because
I
I
got
never
your
really paid
hat
that much
on.
attention. There we go. She's all festive for the holidays. Very cool. All right. So we get all kinds of comments obviously here, but I'm trying to sort through because it's funny. So I've got a spammer showing up on the EV Mux side, but it's not showing up in the YouTube comments. So obviously the spam filters are catching it properly
Oh, good.
on YouTube, but I have to really sort through it on my EV Mux side. Can you guys see the EV Mux comments, or is it only me?
Only you.
Okay.
I only you, I think.
Yeah.
Well, consider yourself lucky because it's some raunchy stuff. So yeah, just consider yourself lucky.
Is
All
that why
right,
you're
so-
turning red?
I'm not turning red. I'm just trying to sort through it all. So guys, let me just say this: if we're missing comments tonight, I'm even more sorry than we are previously because now I've got a bunch of crud to filter through. So I
Don't
will
highlight
say,
that stuff, Galaxy.
no. That's why I'm making sure I don't. Honestly, so
Oh yeah, we
so
got a
here,
lot of comments.
yes, there's a lot of comments. So we're going to
Okay.
try and catch up on some of these comments. So first of all, Wesley Pipe says. This is a comment for Quick Play about light guns in the arcade and how profitable are those machines. And Quick Play already responded. They said their Terminator 2 machine here is killing it. Did $30 in 5 days. Mind blowing. I
Yeah,
cannot
those
believe a
things are
machine
awesome.
made
That is
$30 in
really
5
good.
days like that. Because basically,
I know.
Terminator 2, I think it's from the 80s, right? Or is it from the 90s?
I
Anyway,
love that game too.
Anyway, it's
Do you remember
old,
Time
right?
Crisis? That game was awesome.
Yeah,
Oh, I
Time
love
Crisis,
Time
all
Crisis.
those
I'm a
games,
pro
for
at
sure.
Time Crisis.
For sure.
Okay, where are we at now?
I'm trying to catch up here. Let's see.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So here's a good question. This is more of a full line question. Freddie is asking about starting a vending business. He wants to know how many cans a standard vending machine holds. So, Freddie, I'm going to give you a little tip. When it comes to vending machines and how many cans they hold, you can always tell by the model number because every machine is different, obviously. So, for example, my laundromat machine, it's a Dixie Narco 501. That means it holds 501 cans. Previously, I had a Dixie Narco 276 there. That held 276 cans.
Yeah.
My
Little skinny
Royal
one.
650 machine at the truck accessory shop holds 650 cans. So the model number usually gives it away.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not super familiar with Vendo machines, so I could be way off on that. But for Royal and Dixie Narco machines, you can always tell in the model number about how many cans it holds.
What about the
So-
combo ones? How do you tell on those? Like at the
Combo
bottom?
ones you have to look at the manual because
Okay.
it doesn't it'll just tell you in the manual what it holds. Like for example, my the one I just got. I just had the data sheet here with me, but it's out with the machine right now. I want to say it holds like I don't know a couple hundred, 200 or something like that between all the different sections, and I could be wrong on that too. It might be more like 180, but it's close.
Oh, it looks
Definitely.
like we missed one comment. I don't know if you saw it or not, but he was asking Xtreme if he saw crease in sales by having the
Here it
prize
is.
boxes.
Here it is. Here it is.
Oh yeah.
There we
you
go.
go.
So
Yeah,
so
the
Brawlicon's
Mega
asking.
Minis.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. Take it over.
Yeah, so well, I don't know if you saw that collection I did this last week with the Golden House. The Golden House that had a freaking full stack magazine, and then I had a whole bunch of quarters. It was like $500 in sales. And what's fun is I put it in a location that I've had before, and I put it next to a regular mini. Normally, that place would do about 150 to 200 in every collection, and this time between the both of them, I almost did $700. So there was a $500 increase in sales. It was like $650 Now for the Mega Minis, those ones are pretty new to me too. Those ones have giant prize lockers, and I done collections over there, and they're doing about $100 to $200 a week. And the one to talk to is actually Jesse, E3 Vending. E3 Vending has a whole bunch of these Super Minis, Mega Minis, and Golden Houses. And then finally, the Super Vending. It's really fun. I actually just collected from my Super Mini yesterday, and I'll put a video on it. I don't want to spoil it, but it was a really nice 2 week collection. Like I absolutely loved those prize lockers. And I did have a winner on that prize locker too. So yeah, the prize
So-
lockers increase your sales.
What do you put in your prize lockers?
Well, actually, I got the toy here. It's behind. Well, it's stacked underneath. I use it as a prop for my boxes.
So while he's looking that up, let me just throw it out there, guys. If you want to know the results of that video, make sure you go subscribe to Xtreme Vending here on YouTube.
Oh,
sure.
cool.
So
Is
this
that a remote
the-
control car?
Yeah, I got it for Tractor Supply. This is what the listed price is, but Tractor Supply has a sale, and you can probably get them cheaper other places. I just went to Tractor Supply, but it goes 17 miles an hour, and I thought this would be really cool.
That's pretty cool,
And the
yeah.
Super Mini and the Mega Mini will fit this, and it's a really cool RC car. So you're talking about a really nice jackpot prize for the Mega Mini.
I was
And the
thinking
Super
about those little drones too. Those might be popular.
Oh, drones! You know,
Yeah.
Jesse. I asked Jesse what he uses, and he buys them from Alibaba or AliExpress. He buys those AirPod-looking things, and they're like $10 a piece. And I guess he does really well in his sales. I don't want to give out his numbers because it's not my business, but
Yeah,
he's
for
told
sure.
me some numbers, and they're impressive.
That's pretty cool. All right, next question coming in from Ryan Patel. It's about what is going to be the best replacement for Nerds Gumball. So maybe if Quick Play's still with us, if you could chime in and let us know what you're planning to do and replace your Nerd Gumballs with. But how about you guys?
We're probably going to have enough just to get us to March. So when we go to Vegas, and the I can't remember the name of the company, but they have like a giant booth that's all gumballs at the show.
So
And
my
there's
question
probably-
is,
What
with
was
that
that?
said, can you order them there and have them shipped,
Yeah.
or are you going to be
Yep,
chucking a suitcase full of gumballs
No,
back
no,
to
no.
California?
Just so you could taste them. So they have every flavor available, so you can try them
Oh.
all out and see them and whatever.
Now I'm
I'm trying to
definitely
remember the
sold.
name of the company. I can't think of it right now. But you walk down this aisle and you turn the corner, and it's just like gumballs. It's just awesome. So we were gonna wait to see what kind of was popular and what people said, at the conference, because we really don't know what sells that well. We knew the nerd ones were what everybody was talking about when we went last time, and now you can't get them anymore. So
For sure.
Yep.
For sure. All right, we got an odds question here. It looks like from Wesley Pipes about the odds of claw machines and the profit difference between full size and mini claw machines. So I guess that's a good topic of conversation, right? Are claw machines rigged? Yes, they can be a little bit rigged, right? Some places are obviously going to be way worse than others. But what do you guys set your ratios at?
So mine are. We started with 1 to 4, and that's where we started because that's what was recommended to us, and we thought that was a little teeny bit too loose.
Yeah.
So we're at 1 and 6 right now,
Okay.
and that seems like a really good number for us. It seems like because you factored in like how much your product costs versus how many times it's going to vend, and that's a good profit margin for us. So we're very happy with it. So all of our grocery store locations and Logan's and all those. When we go there, it's a good amount down and a good amount of profit. So that's where we run ours at. I don't know what everybody else is doing, but it seems like the people at the store say, this really nice lady that works at one of our grocery stores, she goes, those kids are playing it all the time. And she goes, they always win. And I'm like, that's great. That's what I want to hear, because then that makes it feel like they're going to want to come back. And it's not like they put money in it every time and they don't win. I think if we went any higher in that, we would.
For sure.
Well,
and even Quick Play talked about that in one of their more recent videos.
Right.
More winners equal more players, and I totally agree with that. And
100%.
I don't have a hard and fast rule that I go by on my machines. Right, I'm constantly adjusting them. If I go to collect and I notice that we've only vended 3 prizes, I'm like, I got to change these settings because people aren't winning and therefore they're not playing. So I'm always changing and trying to find that sweet spot, and I don't know that I've ever found it, honestly. I'm always changing mine, but typically it's around 6, or maybe sometimes 7, maybe sometimes 5. You never know. What about you, Xtreme?
Yeah, I think Howard said it right with the mini about 1.6. It also really depends on the cost of the prizes and what you put in there. I mean, if
Yeah.
you're putting a prize that costs us $3, you don't want to vend every 6 times if most of your cost, that's why you want to keep the
Right.
prizes lower. And that's what I did with my Xtreme boxes right here. I got all this premium plush. The average cost is like 70 cents for these things. So you put them in your machine, $6. I mean, I charge $1 a play. So $6 costing you 70 cents. I mean, that's well worth it, the investment. For my larger claw machines, though, I don't know about you. I went with AA Global for the longest time, and the plush gets pretty expensive. So
Yeah.
I usually charge about 1 in 12, 1 in 15 on my bigger claw machines, just
Yeah,
because the plush
that's
costs two,
that's it.
$3 a piece.
Yeah, it really depends on the
So
cost for sure. Because obviously,
right.
it's a business, so we're not here to lose money, right? So
And you got to pay out to the stores. I mean, I'm not like Howard here, where I get everything, all the locations
yeah,
for free.
yeah. The rest of us are paying commissions. But
Talk to the boss.
Amelia is the boss, and she knows how to close a
Yeah,
deal, right? She knows how
Yeah.
to
Well,
close a deal
right.
back there,
so I told you guys last time how she is on the phone. Like she's like, I don't pay
Mhm.
commission. You know what I
like a
mean?
Thanks,
boss.
everybody.
Love it.
She's
Yeah,
I think
but
that's so awesome.
like our back to the claw machine thing real quick. I mean, our most expensive prize in our machine is 51 cents. That's what we bought. And so we only charge 50 cents for our machines. And so the cheapest one's probably 20 cents and the most expensive one's 51 cents. But I think David's right. I mean, if you're getting into some licensed plush or something, then we would definitely have to charge more or increase because we wouldn't make any money, I don't think.
Yeah, for
right,
sure,
right.
for sure. And like I said, every
That's
location
a
is
good
different,
question.
and that's something that we got to change on a regular basis just to make sure that we're not being jerks, we're being fair, but we're also not going out of business either, right?
Right.
So some you got to adjust from time to time. All right, talking more about machines, Anthony Hastings says he used to buy used machines, but now he only buys new because he's big time. He's a
Yeah.
baller, right?
Yeah.
He's awesome. Obviously, it's easier to find parts and cranes that match, as well as they look great, and he uses that as a main selling point. I think that's a really good point because I know, like when I go to the auctions and I buy machines, they've got dings, they've got scratches, they've got marks on them, right? They don't look perfect, brand new all the time. Some are in really nice shape, but some of them need a lot of cosmetic cleanup to look right. And there's just some locations I wouldn't want to put some of those machines on,
Yeah.
so
We
it's
don't
a
we
good
don't
point.
have any machines that are used. I mean, all of our drink and snack machines are new, and all of our claw machines are new, and I wouldn't have it any other way. That's why I get scared when we started talking about buying used, things. But there's people like my wife, like Cruising USA is one of her all-time favorite games. So she's like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna get one," So she's all excited about it. But
I
like, I
like her
mean,
attitude.
Well, if you ever come to one of the auctions out this way, you probably won't, but if you ever do, you can probably take home a nice, very nice looking working Cruisin' USA for probably about $400, honestly.
oh wow,
Oh,
that's cheap.
that's a good price.
Well, you got to
Yeah,
Yeah,
think about how much real estate those cabinets take up, right? Nobody
yeah,
wants
they
those in their
do, and they're
house,
heavy.
right? They are heavy, but the good news is they're usually on wheels, and
Hmm.
the TV section disconnects from the chair section, so you
On
can
the
break them
chairs. Yeah,
apart and load them
oh,
up pretty easily. Yeah,
okay, I didn't know any of that. See
yeah.
now.
They
absolutely.
separate. They have like 4 bolts, 2 on each side
Yep,
usually, and then you just
yep.
pull them out, and then it slides back in when you're ready, and you rebolt it. Just don't lose the hardware
Hmm.
because it's frustrating trying to replace it.
Yeah. Then you'll find yourself an Ace Hardware.
Yeah.
Good stuff. All right. Next question coming in about coin pushers coming in from Blue Light Gaming says they've got a question about legalities of coin pushers. I think we've talked about this in the past, but I think it's always a good time to talk about it because, a lot of us that run YouTube channels, we watch other YouTubers that have access to run coin pushers. Quick
Lucky.
play. Quick play. Um,
Quick way.
Yeah.
Love
Quick
it.
Play's obviously doing really good with their coin pushers in their arcades. And I don't know if you watched the video where they went to that gas station with the coin pusher. My goodness, that thing
Yeah.
is killing
Hmm.
it. They are doing so well with coin pushers. So obviously, we all wish we could do coin pushers. They're not legal in my state. I know they're probably not legal in your states either.
Nope.
No, no.
And
But I
think
know in
most.
Florida. Oh, go
I think
ahead.
Florida, it's like a gray area, right? It's probably not
Yes.
legal, but it's really not enforced. And that's probably
Right.
how it is in my state too, because I do find them from time to time, especially in real touristy areas. I can go up to Myrtle Beach and play one right now. I know exactly. There's an ice cream shop with one in it, and every time I go to Myrtle Beach, I go play one just because it's fun.
Yeah.
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 And that's
But-
exactly what it is. I found that Florida, I've heard stories where people lose their coin pushers every once in a while from the government just coming in there and pulling it out. But I've just talked to Lance today, who's in Florida, and he was talking about someone he knows that has a coin pusher. And, well, there's actually a vendor, ET Vending has a whole bunch of coin pushers, and he's in Florida. So I'm sure there's certain laws regulations you have to fill out, certain license you need that's different maybe than the amusement machines.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what you need to do, but you can get them in Florida. You just be careful because it is kind of a gray area, like Galaxy
Maybe they're
was
just
saying.
taking the risk. I know
California
some people
is
that are
strict.
taking the risk.
Yeah, Arizona's super strict, man. You can get
Yeah.
in a lot of trouble. I won't even mess with it. Hey, what's up, E3?
For sure. E3 says, "What's up? What's up, E3? Welcome to the live stream." Hey, looks like we got 31 viewers right now.
Hey!
But we only have 9 likes, guys. So now's a good time to remind you: give us a
Ooh.
thumbs up on this video.
I
Oh,
like
I
It'll
liked
help
it
other
already.
people find the views, find the live stream as well. So make sure you give that like button a click. It helps us all out. And while we're talking about that too, subscribe to Galaxy Games 843, Extreme Vending, and the Howard Hospitality Group. We would really
Please.
appreciate that.
You know, have you guys looked into it all when we were at the expo back in March? They had, I'm trying to remember the wording that they used. It was whether or not it wasn't a chance game. It was like a skill game. Whether or
Game
not
of
the
skill?
game was, yes. So if it was skill based or not. So they had this whole big thing going on with. They look like, I mean, arcade games. You guys have seen them like at casinos and stuff, but they were ones that were skill based. Now I don't know what it's like in other states, but I don't think you can have them in California. But they were saying that they had them like at gas stations and stuff all up and down certain states.
Probably sounds like
But-
those same gray areas. So did it look like a video poker machine or something like that, or like a video
Like a
slot
stand-up
machine?
one, yeah. It looked like, it had a stand, and it basically had the screen, and
Yeah.
it was just, but I don't know if those are available in any other. But I mean, that seemed like pretty good money if you can get one. But
yeah.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think it's kind of falls under the same category as coin pushers, right? It's gray
Right.
areas. A lot of states will probably say they're illegal gambling machines and will take them away, even if they're games of skill, so to speak. Anything where
Right.
you can put money in and win money back is considered a gambling machine here in South Carolina, anyway. And
I think
therefore,
that's California too.
probably not legal. Now,
Yeah.
one thing, anytime I'm on a road trip or I'm on the road, I love to stop into truck stops. And usually, like on the way into the restroom, there's usually like a couple of them or a little room or something like that that has like a bunch of games or different things like that. So I always love checking up truck stops just to see what kind of games they have. Because a lot of truck stops will have game rooms and stuff too. And I found some really cool game rooms, in my travels for sure.
I would like to see a coin pusher, and Dave and Buster's has this, where the coins just keep shooting, reloading. They don't drop out, but gift cards pop out instead of the little Star Trek cards. I
Yeah,
want
for
to see
sure.
gift cards. And I bet that would be legal because that's a skill-based game.
For sure. All right, E3 asks, what are we charging on per play on full-size claw machines? I'm doing 50 cents on all mine. I think some of them, maybe I'm doing $1, but for the most part, it's 50 cents. It depends on the prices too. What about you guys?
I don't have.
$1.
We don't have the
Oh,
large
yeah.
ones.
Well, not yet, but yeah, Howard doesn't have one yet, but pretty soon I bet he will get one when he expands. But yeah, I charge $1 a play, and I actually use E3 vending stickers. So you guys, if you're getting
totally.
claw machines,
Yes.
and you want some nice price stickers or just some nice decals, E3 vending contact.
Speaking of
him.
that, yeah, E3, I've got your stickers. I haven't put them on machines
I
yet,
got-
nor have I
I'll
been
sh-
able to get them
oh.
into a video yet, but that's definitely coming.
Yeah,
Don't know when I'm going to get them on some machines, but that's
They're
definitely
all-
coming. So
they're on
I
all
appreciate
our.
you sending me those stickers, man.
Yeah, they're on all our candy machine. We bought some from them when we first got the candy
Yeah.
machines, and we put them on all ours. So
For
you'll
sure.
see them on our videos and stuff. They're all
Awesome. Cool. That's what we like to hear. All right. Here's a good question. It's from Wesley Pipes. It's for Extreme Vending. He says, Extreme Vending, what did you do for a job before you did vending?
Oh, Wow, let me tell you about my life. But I just want to tell you guys before I get into that. This is, I mean, it's
There you
going to be
go.
probably backwards. You need to look at
No,
it
it
near.
looks fine on our side.
It looks great. I put
Yeah.
these on my machines. E3 vending. You contact
Yeah,
him.
they're
He
very.
gives you the hookups, and it makes the machine look so much better. I hate when I
Yeah.
go and I place a machine, I don't have a sticker
Yeah.
anymore, because then you put those
Yeah.
little tiny stickers you get from Walmart that you do at garage sales, and it makes your great machine look so tacky. So
Yeah.
these things are clear, and people finally, people don't get confused when they're putting the quarters in and get mad. Like, I thought it was a quarter. But okay, so to answer the question, what did I do before claw machines? Well, I waited tables, and I absolutely love serving. I love talking to people, and that's probably helped me out doing this business. It's just talking and talking, and going up to strangers, owners, and I just love talking. But I waited tables. But the problem is I threw my shoulder out carrying the trays of food, the heavy dishes all the time for all these years, for like 14 years, and I can't really lift my shoulder up above this way without pain. And then also, I also worked in construction too. So I did, 2 jobs, and then the claw machine opportunity came to me from Quick Play, and I watched Claw Kickers too, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can do this. And sure enough, I did it. And it was just, 3 years ago, my life changed. So, and my shoulder still hurts, but I can carry a claw machine, and I'll bear hug it, and I don't have to lift my shoulder up too much. But
Right
it's
on, right on.
it's fun.
Too funny. Too funny. All right. Let's see. Let's get caught up on some comments here. So let's highlight a few. So Games and More says skill games are all over gas stations in Pennsylvania. And then he also says it's definitely a gray area for sure.
Yeah.
Anthony Hastings says the sheriff is the one that normally enforces coin pushers. Good rule of thumb is just call and ask. They will tell you. And funny little story. So I was talking with another vendor here in South Carolina, and he was in the same boat with me. He's like, I want to run coin pushers, but it's such a gray area. I don't know, like, what the, if you do it, you get caught, what happens to you? He goes, I don't know any of that. So he actually called our South Carolina Law Enforcement Division. It's the state-run government agency that oversees everything, basically law enforcement, right? And he said to them, what are the rules? What's the deal? What can I do? And they basically told him, yes, they're gambling devices. Yes, they're illegal, and we have bigger fish to fry. So take it what you will. That's basically what he said. He goes, I'm still scared to put them out, but I really want to. So who knows? Maybe someday it'll be more of a thing for us. But that's a good point. If you really want to know,
content.
contact your local law enforcement agency and ask.
That's good information. It makes me wonder what would happen, because I got a lot of Indian reservations around here where I live, and
So do
there's a
we.
gas station, an Indian reservation gas station. I wonder what would happen if I went to the tribe and offered them a coin pusher, if they would let me do it, because they are different laws, different rules.
Yeah,
I wonder if they would allow that.
I would imagine that would fly at something like that for sure.
Yeah.
We've been trying to get into their mini mart here because we have one in our town. We have an Indian gambling casino, and they just put in a
Nice.
brand new mini mart. And so we've been there
Oh,
several times,
That's
and
awesome.
she wrote their board and stuff, and we're still waiting to hear, but we're trying.
Cool. Yeah, you'll have to let us know how that goes. I thought this was funny too. Games and More says the state has taken them away, meaning those machines, and even had to give them back. I don't mess with them, but some people are making a killing. I can imagine. Just knowing what we know and seeing the other vendors where it is okay for them to run those machines, how well those machines do. Man, I wish all of us were that fortunate for sure.
I'm just
I really
worried
do.
that I'll lose my license or something, because I
Yeah,
don't know.
right.
Like, if they get mad at you, it's not worth losing my license over a coin pusher.
Or ending
For
up
sure.
with a bunch of equipment that you can't do anything with. You know what I mean? All the money you spent on the equipment, and then you're stuck with it.
For sure.
Yeah.
So
Well, the good news
I
is
play with it at my
we can
house.
legally sell coin pushers here at our auctions, right? That's never a
Right.
problem. And as a matter of fact, so I bought a coin pusher at one of the auctions. I never bought it with intentions of putting it out on the route. I had it. I think I've told this story too. I had it here in my actual studio with all my arcade tokens in it, and I would use it just for fun for me and for the kids. But when I'm not actually winning anything, the novelty kind of wore off. So I resold it, and I sold it to somebody in a state where it was legal for them to have it and run it. And I was actually going to be driving like right through the area, so I actually delivered it to them as well. It was really cool. So it worked. The deal worked out really good. I helped them set it up, and then I helped them like fill it full of quarters, and they were it was an instant hit. It did really well. But it's just funny that we can I guess if I were to buy one of those machines, I could still make money selling it rather than routing it, so to speak.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Okay. Talking about the game rooms at the truck stops, Anthony Hastings says I'm probably talking about Loves and Pilot. And yes, those are some of the ones I will stop at. But also, I think the TA centers sometimes
Yeah.
have games. And there was another one too. Like even like finding like the smaller, maybe not necessarily. I guess the one I'm thinking of in mind, it's on the North Carolina Virginia border, and I always love to stop at it. I've done a couple videos from it. I think it's actually a Flying J, but it's not your typical Flying J,
Oh yeah. Fine.
which is kind of, I think it's the same owner as Pilot, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, this is not like your regular place. This one has an amazing game room. When you walk into the game room, and it's got pinball machines, it's got a keymaster, it's got all kinds of stuff. I've done a couple videos. I've even actually got one shot from the last time I was there this past summer that I've never actually edited and posted yet. So maybe that'll be a bonus video soon. But yeah, I definitely love checking out places like that, checking out finding game rooms all over the country for sure. All right, we got another question. This is from Robert for Xtreme Vending. He says, how much commission percentage do you give your locations? And how many card readers do you have on mini claw machines?
Oh, okay. Well, I usually try to go with 25%, but most of the time I meet in the middle of like 35 and 30. So when people ask me for 50%, I tell them, look, 50% is really like a 30% because you get 30%, I get 30%. I pay for the, insurance and licensing. I pay for the plush. I maintain everything. You don't have to do anything. I drive and travel to get here. So 30% is 50-50, because I try to get them to the lower numbers as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what I usually pay is 25, 30. 35% is pushing it. If it's a really good location, I'll do 35%. And then how many card readers do I have on my minis? I technically only have one NIAX reader right now. However, I did buy one from Galaxy Game using his code, which if you guys are going to get a NIAX reader, use Galaxy Games code. It's just his tag, Galaxy Games 843. It helps him out, supports him, and it saves you lots of money. I saved a lot of money getting that with the code. But I'm going to be getting some. I got 8 machines on order right now that support the NIAX reader. These are the newer machines, and so I plan to have 8 minis, super or mega minis with the NIAX readers. So I do have one normal size machine with the NIAX reader, and I absolutely love it. And I love being able to look at it and see how much money it's making, see how much cash it's got, see how it's still online, or if there's a jam, I can figure it out because there's no cash going in. So it really helps me out. So I want those on my newer machines. I'm upgrading, and that will be a transition I'll be doing this year of 2023. That's my goal.
So I have a
For
real quick
sure.
question about your Mega Minis. So I was
Okay.
looking at your pictures. You put a picture in the Discord today because I haven't really
Yes.
looked at them that closely, and you said which one's your favorite or whatever. Those Mega Minis like look a lot like the Candy Machine's old version, but like with a bigger top on them. Are they similar to the old version of the Candy machines? Or are they
Actually, the Candy Machine ones, they actually are kind of like an in between of the Golden House and the Super Mini.
okay?
What's similar to the Super Mini, it has that top, but it says Mega. It has the little claw. That's what's
Right.
similar to the Super Mini, and but it really is more like the Golden House design
Okay.
of the machine. Except for the Golden House has that beautiful trim all the way around that doesn't separate, where the Mega Mini separates, but
Right.
still, all the machines look really great when you see them side by side by side. All 3 of them are really good. I actually was thinking about it this morning. I was like, it's like you love all the 4 different types of minis, and the way I look at it is, you're like a mother with 3 children and an adopted child. The mini being the adopted
Right.
child, because it's like you didn't have to give birth to that sucker. It's cheaper in the long run, and you still love it because you adopt it. But the other 3 are more expensive, but they all make way more money and they're harder workers and stuff. They're your own blood.
Right.
So, but the mini is also really cheap. So this is the adopted one. But anyways, they're all great machines. So I love them
Well,
all.
those
But
new
the
Candy
Mega Prize,
Machine
oh, the
ones
prizes
too.
are
They
great.
look awesome too.
For
The new
sure.
Candy Machine ones are pretty awesome.
I do,
Yes,
yeah, I
yes.
do really like the way
Super
those new
minis.
machines look compared to kind of how I don't want to say that the older ones that have been featured on so many different channels and even in our thumbnail here, they're just so much more attractive looking than those older machines. So
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, that's the Super Mini was awarded the amusement prize of the year. It's the Super
Yeah.
Mini was chosen to be the best mini claw machine ever, or best amusement prize machine, actually, I should say. So the Super Mini did win that, and I think it's also thanks to Jesse. Jesse did a great job. E3 Vending did a great job,
On the
and
stickers.
Kevin,
Yeah.
yeah, with the designs. All
Yeah.
those minis, they are so beautiful, and tip the hats off to Kevin for investing all that and taking a chance to really redesign his Super Mini and put
Yeah.
that prize locker on top. Because you can put a Nintendo Switch in that prize locker.
Yeah, it's
It's
huge.
so amazing.
Yeah, they're awesome. I want one really bad. They're really cool.
Yeah.
Amelia wants one too. I told
For sure.
them that you want a giant gumball machine really bad.
I know every single time I see it, I'm wishing for it.
Is that what you're going to ask for Christmas?
Could you imagine? You come
Yeah.
down Christmas
Oh.
morning,
No, I
sitting
can't
left
imagine.
a
Matt, I
big gumball
can't
machine under your tree.
No.
What is the retail price on one of those things anyway? Obviously, you've looked, right? How
I
much
don't
are
know. Maybe
Can't
David can look it up.
um,
I can't remember what it was.
Quick Play would know. They got like 2 of them, don't they?
I think
they?
so.
I'm not sure Quick Play is still with us, but yeah, they do
I
have a couple
know.
of them.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
All right.
Giant
While
gumball
you're
machine.
looking that up, let's pull a couple more comments. Let's see here. So Joey Burrows talking about. I'm guessing this is talking about those different gambling machines or what could be gambling machines. But he says to make sure you keep them away from alcohol. The ALE will have those pulled for sure. Yeah. And then Thomas Frey says, I'm clicking the wrong one here. I'm jumping all over the place, guys. I apologize. Thomas Frey says, are coin pushers taking advantage of people? I'm not sure if that's a statement or a question, but he says they'll stick to candy and toys and sleep at night. So yeah, so coin pushers do have those little slots on the side where quarters fall in that you can't win, and those go back to the vendor. So I could see that. Let's see. CC says, hey guys, thanks again for being inspiring. Been
Aw.
trying to locate some claw machines, but the owners of the local businesses or mom and pop shops never seem to be there. Any tips on how to get a meeting? That's a great question.
Yeah. You want to do it, David, first? I'll go second.
Oh yeah. Well, first of all, I recommend going to the Discord if you're not already in the Discord channel because there's a lot of people with different experiences.
Yeah.
I was just talking to Lance, like I said on the phone, like right before the stream. I talked to him, and he finally got his first location. He got himself a gaming store, which is awesome, kind of like what you got, Galaxy Games.
Yes.
So congrats to Lance. I mean, that's awesome.
Very
but
cool.
It's just you just gotta be persistent, and I love what Howard brought a new perspective on how to get the locations. But me, the way I do it is I just grind it. I keep going back. If the manager's there and the owner's not, I ask the manager, can I get the phone number of the owner? And sometimes, surprisingly, they'll give me the number. And I'll text the owner a picture of the mini or the claw machine or whatever I want. And I'll talk with them and I'll call them up and I'm like, this is my picture. This is my name. I'm a dedicated vendor and I will take care of you. I promise. And I let them know that I love my machines and I'll love their store and I'll take really good care of it. And Amelia, Merry Christmas! You just got a super chat there. Anyways,
Whoa.
yeah.
Whoa, Amelia.
Anyways, yeah, just gotta be persistent. And if they're never there, I know it's annoying. Just try to get a chance to find them. Once you do meet them, show them a picture of yourself next to the machine, or bring the machine with you if you can. And usually they say yes. So.
Yeah, that's a good point. When you got those mini machines, you can usually have one in your SUV or car or truck or whatever. Just that way, if they say yes, you can just drop it right there and be ready to go, for sure.
Yeah.
So we've learned that if it's a restaurant, usually every Monday the owner's there. We don't know why. I don't know what it is with restaurants, but they always, I don't know if it's because they're receiving their orders or whatever it is, but they're always there on Mondays. And then if we go in, because a lot of times we're going out to eat or something and we'll stop somewhere and just go in and ask. And the manager, we always ask for the manager. She does all the talking. But they'll always tell you, we'll come back on Monday, and we make sure that we do. So if they tell us to, and we ask them, what time will you be here also? So then when they see us come back, then they feel really stupid if the owner's not there. And it seems like they'll always give us the phone number of the owner at that point, or you know what I mean? Because they told us to come back. So, and we did make an effort to come back. And so that seems to help us too, is that you go back when they say to come back and always talk to the manager. And that seems to work for us. So
If they
Too
say
funny.
something like, "Oh, come back at like 7 a.m. or something," I'm not the one coming back because I have school.
Right. That's what happens is that usually I have to go back sometimes when she's at school. But
I've always heard like the sweet spot is like 11 a.m. Like I don't
11
know.
a.m.
That's what I've always
Oh.
heard. I've always heard the sweet spot is 11 a.m. Anyway, Amelia, thank you so much for the super chat. You certainly did not have to do that. But Merry Christmas to you. Thank
Oh, she loves you, Matt.
you. Awesome.
She always
Thank you
asks
so
me
much.
to say, "What's up, guys?"
Right? My
What's
famous
up?
"What's up, guys" intro. I didn't do it tonight.
There it is,
I tried to change it up. Tried to change it up tonight. And also, thank you, Thomas Frey, with a super chat. We appreciate that.
Oh, that's cool.
Just so you guys know,
Thomas again.
all the money that we put together is going to help pay for the Vegas trip in March. So
Yeah.
maybe we'll even talk about some fundraisers in the future or something like that. Who knows what we'll put together? But maybe we can all come up with a way to kind of have everyone help us out with these trips. We'll talk about that in some future episodes anyway. But Thomas, thank you so much for that. We really do appreciate that. Thank you.
I was going to say I got the pricing of the big large claw machine.
Yeah, tell us about it.
Okay, with the discount on the Discord code, and you just did the basic quarters coin mech, it's going to be 3,800 shipped to your door. It sounds like that includes freight shipping with Lyft. 3,800.
I mean-
Now, I was actually really shocked. It's not as bad. Now, if you were to add the dollar bill acceptor with a NIAX reader, you're adding $600. Just the dollar bill acceptor, I think it was $400. So I recommend all three of them. So
I mean, if you saw how well, if you can find a location like QuickPlay has, totally worth
Right.
it, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely worth it. They just can't fit the quarters in the bag after that collection.
You
I
really
know,
need
it's like-
you need like a tourist. Like we have old Sacramento near us, which is kind of like the old. I don't know if anybody's been there, but it's basically like kind of like where you go and there's big giant shops with taffy and you know what I mean, that kind of thing, like the old school.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. And so somewhere like that, I think it would do really well because it's a tourist attraction. So if you could find somewhere like that, I
I've
think
got
it
a
would be
few spots
great.
like that here in Charleston, South Carolina. Maybe
Yeah.
Maybe you got the
think,
wheels
and-
turning. I don't know. We'll have to
in the
think about
south,
that.
yeah. So I mean, I could see it doing really well, but you're talking
sure.
it's going to take what 2 or 3 years to get your money back, probably.
I mean, it depends. It depends on the location, honestly.
Yeah,
right?
true. I
mean,
guess.
QuickPlay pulls hundreds of dollars a month. At least I think that's how often they collect. I don't know. Maybe they collect longer, but it's hundreds of dollars each time. So, I mean, it might be a year, it might be 2 years. Who knows? But it's worth
I
it.
think it's like every month or two because they did their
Feels like it.
collection. They said this was a month, and well, I know the big. Well, yeah, it's like what was it, $300-$400 or something like that? I don't know.
I don't know. But here's a
lot.
great question. And now that we're talking more and more, and most of us are implementing NIAX credit card readers into our machines, Thomas Frey asks, those with card readers, are chargebacks common? And honestly, in the 3-4 years I've had credit card readers, I've never had one chargeback. Never once.
Me either.
Never once. So certainly not common for me. Never.
No.
Great question, though. I think that's something that a lot of people don't think about. Great question. All right, next one up from Wesley Pipe says, what is the permit process like in the states that you live in when it comes to placing claw machines? Every state is obviously different. Mine in South Carolina, we run through the Department of Revenue. We have to buy a license that's renewable every 2 years, and then we have to buy the tax stamps for each machine. So that's what we need in my state, but every state is different. So could be different for your state.
As
Reach
far
out
as
to
I
your
know,
Department
we
of
don't
Revenue.
have to do any of that in California. I mean, we have an LLC. But we don't have to have any permits or anything on our machines. Even our full line vending machines don't have to have permits, as far as I know.
Right.
So which we were going to talk about later. We just got insurance, so we did that for our own personal, selves. But
Yeah, it's funny you say that too, because like in South Carolina too, the vending machines don't require permits as well, or tax stamps, because basically the way it works is every time somebody puts money in it, they're getting something in return.
right,
But when it comes to a game of like a claw machine, or a game of skill, or a game of chance, whatever you want to call it, there's a chance, or there's a possibility that somebody could put money in the machine and get nothing in return, and therefore you need a license for that. That's how that works. Because I asked for specifics, because I was like, well, what if I have a claw machine that's winner every time, play till you win? So they're gonna put money in and they're gonna get something every time, and they're like, it's a gray area, but because they don't get to pick the exact prize they get to get every time, still needs the license and
It's a
tax
game
stamp.
of chance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
exactly. So with a vending
Huh.
machine, you know exactly what you're going to get. You're choosing
Yeah.
what you're going to get. So you're just
Right.
buying an item. So that's where the difference comes into play in my state. I don't know if there's any differences out there with other states. So always check with your local government, your local state, for sure.
You know, there was someone in California I talked to. He's in the Los Angeles area, and I apologize. I think I'm losing connection. Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you just
We
fine.
can hear you good, but
Okay, I'm getting
this is about the
pixelated
time
on
where you start to
YouTube.
lose connection for sure.
Yeah, I'm worried I'm going to lose connection. I'm pixelated. I'm at the pixelate phase. But anyways,
Yes, it's
he told
degrading.
me that because I asked him like, what's the laws for you guys in California? Because I would thought California would be super strict. And he told me he doesn't need a vending license, and he's all over the place.
Yeah.
He's like the businesses that he goes and puts his machines in, they have all the licensing and everything necessary to place his machine in there for him. So he just pays the percent and has an LLC and insurance. That's all he needs. That's what I was told. And so what Howard's saying,
Yeah.
he's in California. You're in California too, Jonathan. So it sounds like what you're saying is what California is, and I love that. So, and I remember Claw Kickers talking about this when he was in one of his earlier videos. He talked about you need to take a look at your local state laws, your local city laws,
Yeah.
your state laws, and your local city laws, because every county, every city is different, and every state's different.
For sure.
True.
Yeah, so we can give advice, but don't go by what we say. Always check with your local government agencies and
Yeah,
check to
because
make
it's
sure.
different everywhere. Yeah.
Joey Burrows,
Oh.
$10 super chat
Aw.
for the Pokeball Master. Thanks so much, Joey. We appreciate that.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
obviously we do really well in our game store location with the Pokeballs.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you so much for the super chat. That obviously
Those are
really helps
awesome.
out.
Thank you,
so
Joey.
much.
That's really cool.
Awesome. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. Very
Thank
cool.
you.
Again, that's going to go towards the Vegas trip. So thank you so much for that. And Thomas Frey is asking, when is the Vegas trip? So we're all planning to attend the National Bulk Vending Association conference in Las Vegas, Nevada, this March of 2023. I think it's the 28th through the 30th, if I'm not mistaken.
27th through the 30th,
So-
I think, or 26th through the 30th. Yeah, it's the end of the month. It's the last week of the month.
Somewhere in there.
Uh-huh.
Somewhere in there. It's that last week of the month. It's in
Yep.
the Las Vegas Convention Center.
Mhm.
So there's going to be multiple YouTube channels there. Right now, the three of us here are planning on attending. I know Quick Play is going to be there. I'm not sure who else is going to be there. I've heard Jaime Ibanez is going to be there.
Jaime was there
Possibly
last
Dominic
year.
Barbado.
Yep.
Jaime was there
Dominic
last year.
Mhm.
Dominic was there. Quick Play was obviously there. In the past, I know Claw Kicker's been there. I don't know if he'll be there this time or not. But
see
as of
him
right now, the three of us here are planning to go. And, we're, like I said, we're going to be talking about maybe some fundraising opportunities here. Because obviously, myself, Xtreme Vending, and Howard Hospitality Group don't have the same amount of YouTube and vending income as people like Jaime Ibanez and Quick Play.
Right.
So we might be talking about some future fundraising opportunities here to help get us to Vegas. We'll
Yeah.
talk about that in the future, though. We'll figure that out. Again, Joey, thank you so much for that $10. We really appreciate that super chat, man. Thanks. All right. What do we got here? There's lots more comments coming in. So thank you guys for all the comments coming in. I do want to say we got 31 people watching the stream right now. We've got 20 likes.
That's
Make sure
awesome.
you give this video a thumbs up to like it. Helps other people find the stream. Thank you guys. We appreciate that.
Wow.
All
That's
right. Here's
awesome.
one that is 14 minutes old. So Rick, I apologize for us taking so long to get to your comment. He says, what type of locations are your favorites? He has mostly restaurants and he has a campground and a theater.
Cool.
Sounds like pretty awesome locations. What
Yeah.
types of locations do well? So I know movie theaters are awesome, right? In Xtreme, don't you have a movie theater location?
I do. I love it so much. It's one of my favorites.
I was going to say, how good does that do? I bet it does awesome.
It does. And I worked so hard to get that location. I was so persistent. I never gave up. The pandemic just slowed things down, and I never stopped calling them. Every month, every 2 weeks, I'd call them and I'd tell them I was here. And they're like, well, you call a lot. I'm like, well, I'm going to be committed. I'm going to take care of these machines. I'm calling a lot to let you know that you're not going to have to worry about these machines. And sure enough, every 2 or 3 weeks, I'm there servicing them, paying them their share, cleaning the machines, and getting them all ready to go for the next few weeks.
For sure.
So I love that.
Very cool.
tried.
Yeah,
We have a
obviously,
Cinemark
movie
here, and
theaters would be awesome. Yeah,
we haven't. They have Ready Player One, which is one of those companies we were talking about, and
yep, yep.
the guy said it all goes through
Yeah,
corporate.
that's
So
the thing. The big theaters are usually locked down under national contracts, things like that. So it can be challenging for little guys like us, for sure.
yeah,
Yeah, definitely. But other locations that do really well, ice cream shops, boba tea stores. Oh my gosh, those things
Yeah,
blew my mind. I
for
got
sure.
those this summer. And
Hmm.
man, did they ever surprise me. They actually outdo my restaurants for the most part. So
That
yeah,
is
and then
crazy. I
laundromats
wouldn't have
are good.
expected that.
They're risky. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you can't
wouldn't
go wrong
think
with
of these
laundromats.
ways. But then what I think it is,
think about this.
yeah,
I was just gonna say, think about, you want to find locations where people are trapped, and when I say trapped, I mean like they're waiting for something. They're waiting around for something
exactly.
to be completed, or they're waiting for something to start. So like laundromats, they're waiting for their clothes to be done.
Yeah,
Different things like that. So always try to think about where somebody's trapped. If you get a hotel location, that could be awesome too, right? Where people can't maybe get away from wherever they're at, but they need a snack, they need a drink, they want to
need
do
something
something to
to
pass
do.
their time. Like when I
Right.
go to the theater, I'm always playing the games there, even if I don't want any of the prizes, just for something to do, right?
yeah.
For sure.
I do too. And that's the thing. Like that's what I was going to say is when you get that boba tea, especially like this one store I have, the boba tea I have, they have like these fancy shakes, fancy drinks, and it takes them 5 minutes sometimes to take your order. And if you have a
Yeah.
line, it takes forever. And am I lagging
Right.
out?
You're good.
No,
You're good.
Okay, I feel like I'm lagging out.
You're fine.
So if I
You're actually
disappear, I
better than you
apologize.
were. You're
It
better
was
than
I?
you were.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
no longer pixelated, so that
Yeah.
makes me happy. You know, I hate being a fuzz.
All right, next question comes from Freddie. It looks like it's another question about soda machines, and it looks like we did miss a comment in the past, so I apologize. But yes, if we miss your comment, make sure you repost, because we will get to your comments. We apologize, though, because sometimes, our conversations go off the rails and we get off topic. But I'll always do my best to wrangle it back in and try to address some of those things we missed. So Freddie's talking about, looks like a soda machine. He's asking about a standard 12-slot vending, and it cuts off there. So I don't know exactly what you're asking, Freddie. How many cans of soda in a standard 12-slot vending, I'm guessing, machine? 12 slots. That's a lot of slots for a soda machine. I think the most I've seen is 10 in a vendo. And
yeah.
I think those hold like 700. So I'm guessing.
501's like 8, right?
Well, you know what though? At the same time, my Royal 650 actually has 12 columns, 6 in the front and 6 in the back. And again, that holds 650 cans. So it's probably going to be more than 500, but probably not more than 700 at the most. Probably somewhere in that range. If you get us the actual model number of the actual machine, we can probably give you a better answer. But it's probably going to be somewhere in the 500 to 700 range. I'm guessing it's a Royal 650 if it's got 12 columns. Does it have 6 in the front and 6 in the back? Because 12 wide would make it a really wide machine, I would think. Yeah, just let me know in the comments. All right, let's see what else we got. I apologize. We were almost caught up on those comments, and then they just started coming in full blast. But that's good. That's good that those comments are coming in full blast. All right, here's a tip from Anthony about business cards. He says his business cards has a photo of the machine on the back. He's got a couple different versions of his cards depending on what he's pushing. And sometimes you are talking to the owner at the location, but they won't admit it to you. That's another great tip.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I've
Yeah,
often
true.
thought about making different types of business cards for different types of machines I'm going to be pushing, because I always do bring a stack of business cards with me, but sometimes I feel like after I leave, they just end up in the trash or something like that. But
That's
another thing I do with business cards too is I find those public bulletin boards, and I put my business cards on those. You can find them at barbershops, laundromats, different things like that. Anywhere. There's even a pizza restaurant here that I actually put one on, and they called me wanting a machine, but it wasn't a machine I wanted to route. They wanted like a Pac-Man machine or something like that. I'm like, I'm not doing it. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because the money it costs to get the
Exactly,
license over there. That's
exactly.
unfortunate, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Amelia, that happened to Amelia where she went in and she always says, "Is the owner or manager here?" That's her pretty much her line, first line when we walk in.
Mhm.
And the lady's like, yeah, I'm the owner. And she's like, well, good, so am I. I own my own business, and I'm 11. And I'm like, I would go, whoa, dude, you just like took that and ran with it. I was like, that's
Like a
pretty. I
mouse.
know, and I'm like, like for me, if I was her age, that would have caught me off guard. You know what I mean? Like I would have been like,
She's so sweet. I
you
love
know,
it.
but nope, she just rolled with
She's
it.
got the confidence. That's awesome.
Yeah,
She's gonna go
Yeah.
far. She's gonna go far
yeah.
with this. That's really cool.
Awesome. I love it. I love it.
There we go. Captain Namco joined us. What up, Captain Namco? Thanks for joining us on the
Hey.
live stream tonight. We appreciate you being here. Sorry it took us 14 minutes to acknowledge your comment, but we're glad to have you here.
Hopefully he's still here, right?
Right, hopefully he's still here to hear us say hello. What else we got? Ryan's talking about video poker being legal in Illinois, and you would think he could put a coin pusher there. I'm guessing he can do video poker, but not coin pushers. And I'm sure there's a bunch of rules behind that we're not talking about. So if
He
you
might
are
be
in
able to do
Illinois, make sure you find out before you go putting video poker machines out there.
You might be able to do those skill games like we were talking about too. Maybe
For
You could
sure,
do
for
video
sure.
poker.
I know there's, and I swear it's like technology keeps coming out with new types of games where it's like trying to skirt the law or be that gray area. Like, have you seen those fish tables?
Yes.
Arcade fish table machines? Like, that's another one.
They
Those
had
ones,
those there.
you know, yeah, I'm sure. I think those are ones where they're set up to kind of skirt the law a little bit, maybe.
Yeah. See, we were brand new.
Randy,
So we didn't even know.
yeah, for sure. Randy also commenting about our chargebacks from Nyax. He's had them for 2 to 3 years, no chargebacks. So thank you
Yeah.
very much for letting us know that. What else? Blue Light Gaming is asking, I know, Xtreme, you were talking about Lance. What is Lance's Discord name? This person wants to ask him a few things.
Oh, sure. I don't think you would mind, right, Lance? Let me see his
I
Discord.
mean, just give him a
Mine-
Discord name. I think it's okay.
Yeah, I think he'd mind more if you gave him his real name.
Yeah, if you gave him his street
Yeah,
address.
that's true. I should have. Well, it's because I talk to him all the time, and I think it's not mistaken L bar in Discord. Well,
Yeah,
in Discord,
L-bar.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's one. That's somebody that's in there. L bar. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's L bar if I'm not mistaken. I don't know.
Cool.
I forget actually what his Discord exactly is because I talked to him on the phone and I talked to him and text him and stuff. So
Yeah.
I haven't really talked to him on Discord too much. It's kind of funny. I get confused. There are people I talk to on my phone,
Right.
in real life, and then I don't know who they are in Discord sometimes. But I'm pretty sure it's like L bar.
I think we all understand that for sure. All right, next question
Yeah.
comes in from Wesley Pipes asking, what % of profit from a snack or soda machine do you offer the owner of the business? I usually offer, I start by not offering anything, and I let them ask when I'm trying to close an account or close a location. But if they do ask, I'll usually offer 10% on snack and soda machines. With claw machines, things like that, it's a whole different story, a little bit different. But soda or snack and soda machines, I usually go for 10% if I have to do a commission because there's so many more costs involved. Obviously, every time somebody's putting money in the machine, they're taking something away. Whereas an amusement machine, that might not always be the case. So your costs are going to be higher on a snack or soda machine. That's why I typically go for 10%. If somebody does want more than 10%, we can talk about maybe working on a deal. But I will tell you what, the prices in the machine will be higher to offset that cost. That's how you work that out, for sure.
Your margins are lower.
Yeah, for sure. Now we know Howard Hospitality Group doesn't pay any commissions, right? They're easy over there. They're lucky. Even on your full lines too. No commissions. Man, my man.
Well, you know what's funny because we were just starting, and the lady that ran the dealership, that's where she got her first one, was at a dealership, and the person that was there before wasn't taking care of the machines. They didn't,
Yeah.
they'd come like once a month, and like
Yeah.
everything was empty. Like when we walked in, and I'm like, told Amelia when we walked in, I said, "Look, the machine's empty. Like
You're
this
losing
is
money."
a good time. This is a good time to go talk to her, And so we went and talked to her, and she goes, "We pay him." She goes, "We don't even want to pay you. Just fill it up."
Yeah.
Like just
Right.
make sure it's full. So she's like, "We don't care. Just fill it up." And we're like, "Okay." So that was her first one, is that they
There
were
you
just
go.
happy to have it full all the time. So we make sure it's full. But yeah,
That's kind of how I got started too. That the laundromat location, which we still have today, actually reached out to a buddy of mine who was my business partner, and said, we currently have Coke was servicing the machine, and they were just terrible with their service. They weren't coming and stocking the machine, so they asked us. They said, "We're telling Coke to get out. Are you guys interested in getting involved?" And that's really what kicked this whole thing off for me.
nice.
So that's how we got our first location. But yeah, 10% is what we do with them as well. What about you, Xtreme? When you were doing full line, did you have any commissions set up?
No, actually, the people, my parents got the line that they used to do storage lockers, where you
Yeah,
see like Storage Wars,
yeah.
and they would set up and sell their product. And this one guy came, approached them, and gave it to them, the route, because he was older and was trying to retire, because it's a lot of work doing full line vending.
For
And
sure.
then my parents started getting back into construction when the economy got better, so then they handed it down to me. So I didn't pay anything. I just took care of the machines, and I enjoyed it until I learned about claw machines, and then I was like, I'm not enjoying this anymore because it's a lot more work, and I feel like I got all these claw machine locations. So just last year, this is the first year I haven't done full line vending. I do miss it somewhat. I love that extra income, but it was just not. It was easier just to do the claw machines and focus on claw machines, so I got away from it.
For sure. Looks like we missed Freddie's question in time. So Freddie, I apologize if you watch the replay of this live stream. I'm sorry it took us so long to get to your question. I apologize, man. But
Aw.
if you still have that question and you want to talk about your soda machine, you can always email me at galaxygames843@gmail.com. I'd be happy to talk to you about soda machines and answer any questions that about
Yeah.
about that
Or
12
us. We
12
can
call.
answer
Yeah, for
too.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we apologize. It took us a while to get to your question. So hopefully you're still here, but if you're not, we apologize. And if
He
you're watching
says,
live
"Laugh
stream-
my butt off, all good."
Oh,
So
good. He's here.
a
Good. He's still
sport.
here. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. He's still here. So, oftentimes we get off the rails on some of these topics, and it takes us sometimes to get to the comments. So if that ever happens, keep posting your questions in there. Sometimes we do miss them, and I apologize when that happens, especially when I get these spammers in here and I have to sort through those. I have to be extra
Yeah, it's
careful
rude.
not to share those up on the screen because there's some that are just gross, and we don't want to put that up on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, glad you're still here. Glad we got your question answered. If you have any more, throw them in the chat, and we'll try to get to them. But also, you can always email me too. All right. Where are we now? So let's see. Randy also says he gives 10% on his vending machines. Very cool.
Nice.
LJB Fit, welcome back. He says he's way behind on the stream, but he has been to Old Sacramento when he was in that area for the World's Strongest Man event.
Oh, he's a
Oh,
weightlifter.
right. I guess that explains his screen name, LJB.
Yeah,
Right? That
that
explains that.
makes sense then.
Very
Don't make
cool.
him mad. He'll Hulk out on you. Yeah. No, I know the event he's talking about. I remember it coming, so I know what he's talking about. But yeah, Old Sacramento is a big tourist
Yeah.
thing that a lot of people go to, and they have all kinds of events down there that are. It's a cool place, and they have like little boating excursions on the river, and I mean it's pretty neat. So
I would imagine too, he probably doesn't need as much help moving his machines around. So that's one benefit. Because those machines
Yeah.
are darn heavy, guys. They're darn heavy, for sure. Well, glad you're here with us tonight. Thanks so much for joining. Let's see. Here's a question from Rick Snyder. He's asking about types of locations. He says, what are your favorite types of locations for the mini machines? So, Xtreme's the king of minis. Why don't you tell us what your favorite locations are?
They do well almost anywhere. I mean, you can go in the ice cream shop, you can go into a grocery store, you can go in the laundromat, you can go to movie theater. They all do really well. If your machine isn't performing the way you want it to be, and you have time, go search around for another location and just pick it up and move it. Don't even waste time with it. It's so easy to move them around. They all should be doing at least $200, in my opinion, a month profit. And if it's not doing 200 a month, when you can move it around. So,
You know what I got to say? Every time I watch your videos, I feel like you're going into like a taco place or something like that. And I always get so hungry when I watch your videos because I love that food. So
Yeah.
I feel like those are your favorite locations, honestly, because that's where I always see you at.
well, there's a lot of, like the Hispanic community over here is pretty strong, and I just did a collection today, and this location, it was funny. I put it in there, and the first 2 weeks it only did $100, and then it was like the next 2 weeks it did $200, and then I just did a collection now, and this 2 week collection did $300. And it just keeps like I went in there. My machine was complete. I had one big prize left, and two Pokeballs was like laying there. And I'm like, oh, did someone shake my machine? I was just here 2 weeks ago, and
But no, it was full of
had
money.
$300 in sales. I was like, oh my gosh. So
Nice.
So like I couldn't imagine though, if I was going to all those locations, I would have to eat at all of them. Like, give me 2 tacos to go, please.
yeah, we eat at quite a few of them. My original location, the Casa Palminos, we're always eating there. I love it because I go over there, I check on machines, service them, and I eat it. I eat all the time. And actually, a lot of people thought I was always staging my collection because it was always full. And every time I come in there, I was like, no, I eat there. I used to live a block away from the first location, so I was always there, just going out to eat with my wife, and then we were always cleaning the machine and keeping it nice and full. So when I do the election, people are like, "It's never empty. You're lying." I'm like, "No, it's just I live around the corner."
Well,
So,
that's one thing I think we can all in this live stream say, that we have never padded our numbers. We've never faked our videos. We show you the bad too when we don't have good collections. I know there's some other YouTube channels out there that they're more for entertainment purposes, and probably things are a little bit more staged or whatnot. But I can assure you that has never happened on our channels. So that's one thing we talked about offline this week actually, is we never want to go down that road, even though some of those channels are having millions of subscribers and probably making a ton of money. So who's the dummies? I guess it's us.
No, like when you watch our videos, when we get out of the car and I start filming, that's when we get there. I mean, we don't know what to expect, and it could be great, it could be, horrible. We don't know, but and we don't not put the ones up that don't do that good. I mean, like I've got some candy machine ones we're going to post that aren't that great, but people need to see the real, I mean, it's how it is. So.
big issues. My camera.
You're all good. I mean, all the rest of us are getting motion sickness from the camera over here. But
Just don't look at me for a while, guys.
We're riding the Xtreme roller coaster right now.
Well, what it is I have the stick that holds my camera, and if you twist it, it just drops down. And I realized I was kind of being OCD'd about it. I was angled, so I just twisted it a little bit.
It's all good.
Did you put a strobe warning on this stream?
Right? Getting all the... I was about to put my hands up. I don't know.
Right.
Anyway, so Freddie's got another question for us, or another comment. He's asking, what's your favorite vending business? And when he says that, I'm taking it as he's asking, like, is it bulk vending? Is it full line vending? Is it amusement vending? That's what I'm taking the question as. Correct me if I'm wrong, Freddie, but I think I can say with all probable honesty, at least just by watching everyone's videos, I mean, I think everyone's favorite is going to be amusement vending, right? So claw machines, different stuff like that. You don't have to worry about snacks or sodas expiring. You can go less often to stock up the machines to collect the money. That's probably going to be everyone's answer. Yes, toys are a lot lighter than sodas, and honestly, it's easier just in general because, like I said, there's just so many more things you have to worry about. So that's probably going to be the best answer.
Yeah, candy machines are easy too. I mean, they're cheap to buy the machines, and the candy's super cheap. So, I mean, you just park it somewhere and just come back a month later and collect some money. You don't make as much as claw machines by any means, but claw machines are definitely our favorite. But I would have to say that, candy machines are nice because you could get in so cheap. If you just want to get started in vending, it's a great way to get started cheap. Go to candymachines.com and buy yourself a triple machine and
for sure.
Some candy, and you're on your way. So it's super cheap.
We had someone I heard win a free triple head on Quick Play's channel.
Yeah, they gave away
Quick Play's been giving away candy machines for sure.
Like 4 of them.
Yeah,
I think they're up to 4 now. Yeah.
And someone in our Discord won it. And you guys should join the Discord, by the way.
We haven't really talked much about the Discord tonight. So that's a great thing. And actually, Freddie, come join us in the Discord. You seem like you can spark some good conversations. Come join us in the Discord. You can always find the Discord link in all of our video descriptions. If anyone wants to join, obviously we do this live stream every Wednesday evening, but the Discord is 24/7. Not that we're all sitting in there 24/7, but there's always somebody in there or someone having a conversation. It's growing like crazy. There's a lot of great people in there talking about their best practices, sharing ideas, sharing information about inventory or sourcing products, different things like that. So definitely come join us for sure. And then looks like he did follow up to my question to him. He says, yes, the machine has 6 in the front and 6 in the back for columns. That's the 12 slot machine.
Yeah.
The only machine I've ever seen like that is a Royal machine. And it's either a 650 or a 660, I think. I think there's even an even higher number model that's even taller, and that's how they make it a higher number. But yeah, find us the model number, and the model number will honestly tell you how many cans it holds. It's probably 650 to in the 700s now. Now that I know it's 6 in the front and 6 in the back. But if you get that model number, that will be the actual answer, because the end of the model number is how many cans it holds.
And Freddie, my advice would be don't fill it all the way up. That's
Yes,
my advice.
Unless you have a super busy location.
Yes,
obviously.
because you don't know what's going to sell and what's not, and you're going to go spend a bunch of money on stuff that may end up not selling, and then it'll expire, and you'll be really sad because we did that.
As a matter of fact, I just posted a video today from my location with the machine just like that. So go watch my video, see if it's similar to the machine
saw
you're
that
talking
today.
about.
Yeah.
I have a Royal 650 machine. It's actually Nesquik themed, and I don't put Nesquik in it, but it's Nesquik themed. But it's a Royal 650 machine. Go watch that video, see if it's similar to the machine that you have, and let me know. But cool, I'm glad you threw that answer out there. Thank you for that.
And then Freddie too, we do a box, like it's an entry ballot box that we got off Amazon with little cards that we put next to it at our locations for our full line vending. And we ask them if there's anything that you want, or if you have suggestions, to put them in the box. And we get suggestions all the time. So if you really don't know what to stock, that's how we know what to stock, is we ask them what they'd like to see. And so that might help you too, because that helps.
You got to be careful with that though, because you might. I wouldn't go all in on whatever they say.
No. Yeah.
In that same video, I talked about how the location requested payday bars. So I bought a box of payday bars, put them in, and I've sold like 4. So you got to be careful. Don't go all in. Try
and
them
what
first.
what we learned with that too,
Yes.
Matt, is that we went to Sam's Club and they have those multi-packs, like where they'll have like Baby Ruth and Twix and a thing in it, all like, or either one of those like the ones you can for what's it called, fundraising, like one of those fundraising packs or whatever, and then we'll stock a few of those and just see how they do, you know. Sure. And so I mean, you can't really do that with soda, but soda comes in a 12-pack, so I mean, you can always do 12 packs of stuff. But
for sure,
that's how we learned with candy what people liked, because we were buying boxes and boxes. We probably spent $500 or $600 the first time we got our first machine. We bought all the stuff that we didn't sell. So yeah, try it out first and see.
For sure. All right, here's one from Anthony. It looks like he's got some plans for us. He said that we should contact the MBBA. They host seminars, and he says we should talk to them about doing a seminar about the YouTube aspect of it, which I'm not sure. Cool. I'm not sure. You know. So the whole YouTube thing about vending, it gets mixed reviews. There's some people that love watching the videos. There's some people that hate that we do these videos. And I've caught flack from other vendors about doing the collection videos, because they feel like it's going to create a situation where people are going to put themselves in danger because they're carrying around money, or it's going to get too many people involved in the process, or the owners are going to see how much money we're making, and then therefore they're not going to want to let us have our machines there. I've gotten so much slack about it, so I'm not quite sure that a convention is ready for something like that yet. Maybe in the future, maybe as the rest of us grow, or who knows, but I'm not sure that would even be something they would even want to consider at this point. I don't know. It goes both ways.
If you had somebody like Jaime, or if you had somebody like Quick Play that is really good at marketing in general in social media, whether it's Instagram or YouTube or something, if they did a little seminar, I think it would be super interesting, because I'm not good at the other stuff. Like, we can make videos and post them, but I'm not good at Instagram. She's great at all that stuff, but I'm not good at that. So I mean, I could always learn something, but yeah, for sure.
Well, that's one great thing about Vegas, is we're going to make a lot of connections, right? We're going to make a lot of, networking and all that good stuff. So who knows? Maybe there'll be something like that available in the future. Maybe that'll be something that will be a good thing. But I just know that there's a lot of, I'm going to say, old school vendors out there that hate what we do. So take it for what it's worth. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we're also helping people.
Well,
we are.
You know what I mean?
Do you guys feel like we need to conceal a weapon or something? Are we allowed to talk about that on YouTube?
I don't. Let's not say the actual word. Let's just say that. Yeah. I've often thought about it, but I've never done it. And I probably shouldn't say that on here. But anyway. Yeah. I mean, I may have a permit to do so. So I don't know. We'll just say that.
You may have a permit.
I may have a permit.
back to what we were just talking about that real quick. Like we wouldn't have started Full Line Vending if we didn't watch your videos, and we wouldn't start Claw Machines if we didn't watch Xtreme Vending's videos. So, I mean, to say that, I mean, and the amount of money we've spent, with candy machines and AZ Amusements and all these businesses that are evolved in the business, like we've helped them too. So, I mean, it's only a positive as far as I'm concerned. I wouldn't think, and I mean, everybody's so helpful. Like in the Discord, like everybody helps
Especially
each other.
yeah.
I mean, it's a great group. I don't know. I don't see any negatives, but I see a different side. I'm very positive like that.
Sure. So am I.
Yeah.
So am I.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say there's been a lot more positive people than there's been negative when it comes to all that. But I'm just saying there's people out there that don't like what we do.
Yeah.
Well, it only
it
takes
is what
like
it is.
one person to ruin your day too. That what do they say? Negative energy takes 72 hours to get over versus positive energy.
I could believe
is
that,
actually
yeah.
for 24 hours.
I can believe that.
Negative energy is like bad. So,
All right, we got another question coming in from Wesley Pipes. He's asking about claw machines and do any of us have them in auto repair shops? I do not. I only
do
have
not.
regular vending machines in auto repair places.
So do I. And dealerships.
I almost did.
Yeah.
I got really close, but the pandemic stopped me from getting it in there. And I really want to know myself. So if someone has that, come into Discord and tell us, man. I would love to know how.
I just can't imagine it would do super well in an auto repair shop. Because when I think about the clientele that are waiting to have their car repaired, I would think, a claw machine would do somewhere where more families are going to be, not just like a single, like me.
Right.
I would go to the auto repair shop and sit wait for the car. I wouldn't have my whole family there.
Yeah.
So
the
I
repair
would-
shop I went to was really big, and they had a kids zone and like toys.
Well, that-
I
that
went
might
over there
work.
and wanted to play with it.
That might work, but generally, I would think they wouldn't be a success. I would think you'd probably be able to find a better location for a claw machine.
Probably could, yeah.
Now, a vending machine, like a bulk vending machine or a full line vending machine,
Yeah.
different story. Different story. There's people sitting around waiting there, and they might get hungry or thirsty. So, cool. All right, we're getting a little kind of caught up, but not really.
25 minutes. You gotta
Yeah,
watch your time.
we've only got to about 24, 23 minutes left before we start wrapping up, because we do limit our live streams to 2 hours, and we started about an hour and 36 minutes ago.
We look
So
forward to it too. We love it.
we do love it. We do. Yeah, it was funny because Jonathan Howard Hospitality was telling us how much he didn't want to go to his concert or whatever last week because he was going to miss out on the show.
Yeah.
So we do look forward to having these things. So we're going to continue to do these as long as everyone keeps joining us, keeps giving us those likes, keeps interacting with us in the comments. This is what fuels this show and this live stream. So keep coming back, guys. Keep commenting, keep liking, all that good stuff. And we're going to keep doing this for the time being. Now, if we all do end up in Vegas, we'll be there on a Wednesday evening. So I'm already starting to think about how we're going to handle that. Who knows?
We're going to do it.
Maybe
Oh,
we
boy.
can find a way to set up a laptop and some microphones and some cameras or something and do it like in a cool place, like in front of
Sit down and have some chairs. All
yeah,
facing on the camera.
something like that.
And special
And then
guests.
Maybe we'll get Xtreme. I'm not Xtreme. You're already here. Maybe we'll get Quick Play to join us. Maybe we'll get Jaime to join us. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know. They might not want to, but
That
they
would
might
be
want
really
to.
cool.
That would be really cool. Yeah. Okay. A couple more comments. Let's see. Freddie, thank you so much for all your comments tonight, Freddie, by the way.
Yeah.
We really appreciate the interactivity. He says he did see the machine, but he didn't see how much it could hold. Yeah, and plus, I run bottles in that machine, not really cans. So the bottle number is obviously going to be less than cans, but the model number always gives the number away, and that's how many cans it will hold. Not bottles, but cans. Hunter X Jared Second is asking Xtreme Vending, how many locations do you have now? How many are you up to? Do you even know? Because I know I half the time I don't even know how many.
Well,
I have.
here's the thing.
Right.
I had a couple locations I lost recently because they closed down and they're relocating, so they're not active. But in one place they moved to Mexico, so I lost one location, 2 locations,
Sure.
and then one location I pulled out. So I lost 3 locations. However, I gained like 3 or 4 more. So I think I'm at 61 right now, with 2 of them about to open up again. So roughly around there, I have about 60 plus. And then, of course, I have claw machines. People always ask me how many claw machines I have. It gets a little confusing because I got 60 locations, but I got locations with multiple claw machines.
Sure.
And I'm going to guess around 100 claw machines altogether, but
That's
not all of
awesome.
them are out there. I got a lot of
That's
storage.
awesome. Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool for sure. Very cool. All right, Freddie also commented and said that he plans on his machine being in a school with 100 to 200 kids, which is really cool. My question for you though is, does the school have rules? Because I know a lot of schools here, the vending machines can't have any sugar drinks in it. So like, you'll go to like when I go to like my kids at like school performance, I always have to go check out the vending machines, and it's full of Coke Zero, Sprite Zero, Pepsi Zero, like all the zero sugar stuff because they can't have any sugar drinks in the machines. And it's funny because my son, when he was going to school, he would actually go and buy 12 packs of soda, and he would hawk them at school. He would go sell them at school at like lunch and stuff like that. So I'm like, oh, a little entrepreneur, just a piece of my heart, chip off the old block, right? So it's quite funny that he would do that. But yeah, so I don't know if your school has rules like that, but that's something you probably want to look into. But if not,
California
even better,
does.
you guys more options. California does?
Yeah,
When
so
I was
I don't know how many years ago, because we found out because Amelia wanted to serve it at the school. And for the teachers' lounge and stuff, you can do whatever you want. If it's for
Yeah,
the teachers, there's no restrictions or anything. But about 5 or 6 years ago, they completely removed all vending machines from California schools. So they took them all
Yikes.
out.
Wow.
And now they're allowing them back in, but there's an approved list of products that
Yep.
you can put in the machines.
Yep.
Otherwise, they can't be on site. So if you're in California, you need to go on. There's a website, the California website. You can go on and it tells you what you can do. But it's good stuff. I mean, it's not bad. It's just, you're not going to be doing like, stuff. A lot of the crazy stuff you want to do. It'll
No
be
Twinkies in there? No
no.
Hostess?
It's like but you're not going to be doing fruit snacks only or anything either.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be there's some good stuff in there. So
For sure. I love this question because I feel like this could be something that could be a possibility for some of us sometime. And the question is, it comes from Hunter X Jared the second again. It's, would you ever sell a machine to your location for a good price? Or how would you go about selling a location? Have you ever had one of your locations ask you to buy the machine from you? I know I've had a
Yes.
machine tell me, if you ever want to sell, let us know. We'll take it over. I've had that. But I've never physically been saying,
Yeah.
hey, do you want to sell?
I think because Amelia does it, they
Um,
probably won't ask us.
they-
You know,
Good
well,
point.
for me, one of my first locations, was that laundromat, and the guy didn't want me to just place the machine. He wanted to buy it from me, and I told him, "No way, Jose. I didn't want to do that."
Yeah.
And then so he did let me place it, but my relationship with this laundromat guy, it's so solid. Like actually, his kids are the ones that I talked about that got that gumball machine, whatnot. But so after a while, I built that relationship with them. The kids got into vending because capsule vending and stuff like that. And I did go back to them later, and I did sell them machines to get them started. And I was worried that he was going to kick me out, but he was really awesome. He's like, "I'll never kick you out. You're too good. You're awesome. You're here." But he's like, "I got other laundromats in the valley, and I'll put my machines in there." And so I was really happy with that. So of course I sold machines, and his kids are doing really well, and they got some boba tea places and some other locations.
Nice.
So whenever they need a machine, I tried to find them some and hook them up. So
That's cool. That's cool.
we're having hard times with laundromats. We can't get in them. We've tried and tried, but it seems like they know all about the side hustle, and
They're
either they
doing
want
it
to get
themselves.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they're like, well, I've already looked into those, or they don't want to see anybody else make any money. I
So,
don't know.
so big picture though, you got to find a laundromat where the owner is not necessarily close by or local. Like my laundromat that I have, the owner actually lives an hour away from here. And I've built such a good rapport with them. They'll call me sometimes when there's an issue with the laundromat that needs like a quick address or something like that. They've got employees that work there too and that are local. But like the one time, I want to say it was something along the lines of, they called me, they're like, hey, listen, our regular guy's not available right now. There's a customer at the laundromat. They can't get the door on the washing machine open. Can you by chance run up there and help them? And I run up there. It was a sweet little old lady. She just couldn't get the washing machine open. So I opened it for her real quick and everything was good to go. But it's just building that rapport and getting those things like that is really, you got to find those locations where maybe somebody might not be 100% local. That's what works for me anyway, because you're right. All the other ones, they're
It's
making
hard.
they're making their money every way they can too.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure. All right, new comment coming in from Angel. I don't think we heard from Angel tonight. Welcome to the live stream. Angel says he's got a Studio 4 combo machine, and I say he. I'm sorry, Angel. I don't know if you're a male or female or whatever. So we'll just say Angel says they have a Studio 4 combo machine in a tire shop, and it does amazing. Yes, tire shops can be great spots, as you know. People are stuck there, right? They can't leave. They're waiting for their car to be done. Anywhere where someone is waiting is going to be a good location. I guess I can kind of let the cat out of the bag on my combo machine I'm working on. It's going to a tire shop as well.
Oh, cool.
It's not there yet, but it's a pretty. I don't know exactly the kind of tire shop. Like I think they more focus on service, more bigger tire machines, or like I don't know, but it's not like your standard place. It's going to be really cool though. And again, there's going to be more future videos about that. But anything like that where somebody has to wait, it's always going to be a pretty good location for sure. All right, looks like we got another a late joiner. Chad says he's late to the stream, but he saw a video short in his feed that led him to the channel. Thanks. He's looking forward to the next live. Awesome, man.
Cool.
That's cool. Throw in the comments which short video you saw, because I'm trying to do a short video every day. So I'm glad that you found it and it led you to our live stream. Thank you and welcome. We love having new people here. That's awesome. Thanks for joining.
And if you haven't done so, join the Discord too.
Yes, yeah, we'll talk about that too. We do have a Discord server where you can chat with us anytime. Obviously, we do sleep and we do have to run out and do our service too. But there's usually always somebody in the Discord hanging out, chatting, sharing best practices, information, all kinds of good stuff. It's a great community. You can always find the link for our Discord in the description of all of our videos. So go check it out. Very cool. Again, Chad, thanks so much for joining. We're really glad to have you here. All right, we're down to about our last 15 minutes of the stream. Ooh. Again, thank you everyone that's joined so far. One more reminder, make sure you give myself, Galaxy Games 843, the Howard Hospitality Group, and Xtreme Vending all subscriptions if you haven't done so yet. And give this video a thumbs up. It's going to help other people find the stream, and even for next week and the week after that as well. Cool. All right. What else we got? We got another one from Hunter X Jared 2 or second, whatever you want to call it. He says, would you sell some locations on the Discord members? Because one of the members lives close to me in North Carolina, and I'm tempted to buy his locations, but I don't know if he'd be okay with that. I don't know. I guess you'd have to talk to that person individually and see if they want to sell. Because that's one thing I noticed too. And like I see this on the Facebook groups all the time. I'm not sure if you guys are on Facebook or if you're in the Facebook vending machine groups.
Yeah.
But I always see people jump in there like, oh, I'm going to start this vending business. They buy a machine, they buy 2 machines, they buy 3 machines, they get them, into location, or maybe they don't. But like 3 months in, they're like, oh, this isn't for me. I'm selling my machines. I'm selling my locations. I didn't realize it was this much work, because it is a lot of work, guys, especially full line vending. But I always see that pop up. So yeah, I mean, ask somebody if they want to sell locations. Ask somebody if they want to get out of the business. This is not for everyone. The vending business is hard work. It's not always passive income like it seems. And that's why a lot of us like to show a lot of the other stuff in our videos, right? Pre-kitting. Yep. Talking about insurance. I know Howard Hospitality Group is supposed to talk about insurance, and I didn't get the chance, right? We've been following the comments all night. We got it next week. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, just reach out to that person. You never know who wants to get in or who wants to get out.
We actually had someone in California selling their mini claw machines. I think it was like around Palm Springs or something like that. Yeah. I forget where exactly, but she was selling her machines.
Oh, I gotta highlight this comment because this one is near and dear to me. Angel again says they took an old claw machine out of a laundromat that was abandoned for years. They bought the machine to free up space. They're placing their coin pusher there on Friday, and there was $741 inside the machine in quarters. Oh. That is awesome. That is, I mean, you got a free machine, you got all the money, and you got a location out of it too. And
Jeez,
one thing I love doing on my channel is finding abandoned vending machines. I like to get them without keys, so that way no one else is taking the money out of them, and then you can find out how much money's inside. I love doing videos like that. So that is really cool that you found a machine like that, and it had $741. That is a score and a half. Congratulations on that. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Very cool. Here's another question. This is something that hasn't come up. No, not that one. I clicked the wrong one. Here's one that this has never come up in the live stream, at least since we've been doing them, about honor boxes, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people got their start in honor boxes. And honor boxes are a great way to kind of get your foot in the door in a lot of places, right? So honor boxes, if you don't know what we're talking about, they're basically just cardboard boxes. Of course, they look nice. They're not just like your typical Amazon box, right? And they've got candy or lollipops or stuff like that in there. And they've got a coin slot with a coin box basically in the back section. And it works on the honor system. So you take them and you put them in restaurants, you put them in places like that. I wouldn't put them in a laundromat because, laundromats are typically unattended. But you want to put them somewhere where they have people around that can keep an eye on the box. And the way it works is people, if they want a lollipop, they'll put in 50 cents and they'll take a lollipop. It works on the honor system. So a lot of people, that's how they get started. That's how they see if they, if it's what they
Dominic
want to
sells
do.
those, doesn't he? Barbados?
Yeah, Dominic Barbados sells those.
Yeah.
And it's a great way to get started because, number one, it's not a big investment. It's very low cost. It's usually pretty easy to locate the boxes because they just take up like a foot by foot, 12
On
by
the
12
counter.
space
Yeah.
on a counter or something like that. And they're not heavy to move around. So it's really, it's a good way to get started and find out if you have what it takes to go out there and talk to people and find locations. It really
Yeah.
is.
Well, and
Now
that's
the
something
downfall?
you could get a picture of it and go to locations and say, "Can I bring one of these in here?" And then
Or
just order it.
Or you could just walk
know
in
what
with
I
it on your arm. But yeah, if you don't even want to make the initial investment, you can take a picture of it and do that
Yeah.
as well. But there are some downsides to that, of course. So you are going to have to deal with some theft. You have to plan for theft because there's going to be people that are going to take a snack or a lollipop or whatever and not put money in the box.
Yeah.
And that's one of the downfalls of honor boxes. But you really have to plan for that. And honestly, I know one channel that they're not as active anymore, but they're still around. It's Integrity Vending. Trina, she does honor boxes and she does really well with them. Some of her videos, you see that she's pulled a lot of money out of those honor boxes, and I think she's made like a couple $100 going to like multiple locations and collecting the money. So, Trina, I don't know if you ever watch our videos or if you're here for the live stream. I know you've commented on one of my videos recently, so I know you're still active. But if you ever want to join us in the live stream and talk about honor boxes, we'd love to have you. That'd be really cool, for sure. Awesome. So yeah, people do still do honor boxes. I think there's a whole honor box group on Facebook as well. If you're interested in learning more about honor boxes, they're out there. All right, Joey's giving some tips about those coin pushers for Angel. He says, lag bolt that pusher to the wall. I know that's
Yes.
that's something that everybody needs to do if you do have coin pushers, or even some of these mini claw machines if they're in unattended locations. I know Xtreme puts a dumbbell inside or something like that to weight it down.
Dumbbell weight, 35 pounds,
35 pounders.
weight.
35 pounder.
It's so funny. Every time we talk about that, I picture that episode of Friends when he decides he's going to work out with the 15s and he gets a hernia. And he's like, "Damn you 15s!" I picture that every time. Too funny. Hey, Terica TV's back. I'm not sure what she's answering. It looks like she's answering something from Thomas, but she does say, "I am." Welcome, Terica. Glad to have you here. I hope I'm saying that right, by the way. But glad to have you here. And let's see. Angel is responding to Joey saying about the employees are there all hours and it has an alarm and one of those trap doors. So some coin pushers do have like a tilt sensor inside. So if you tilt it, the trap door actually shuts and any money that spills into the prize would actually go down into the vendor collection area. So a lot of the one I had that as well. All right. Another one from Robert. He's asking, do you guys like the 4-phase bulk machines? I think those are those U-turn machines we were talking about a week or two ago. I don't think any of us really have any experience with them.
No.
I do know they have a lot of plastic pieces inside, so they're kind of known for breaking.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if we would recommend those because none of us have ever really used them. So I can't say that we like them or dislike them.
We get ours from candymachines.com and they're awesome. They're triple time.
You've got the triple shops, right? The 3 heads.
No, we do the triple time. So there's two different ones. There's a triple shop and then the
Gotcha.
triple time. The triple time has the removable, so you can take the candy out and dump it or clean it out and then put the holder back in. And we love them. They're
Oh, that's
great.
cool.
Yeah, so you don't have to like if you need to clean it or change. Like we have a really hot summer here, so we have to check out the M&M peanuts and replace them with hard candy because otherwise they're gonna melt all over the place. So
For
we
sure,
just
for
take
sure.
the trough out, dump it, put it back in, and clean it out, and we're good to
Nice.
go. So
Nice.
those are great.
Very cool. Looks like Chad found my Dixie Narco 501 machine video where I was doing a repair, which that's awesome because what's funny is so my collection videos do really good really fast, and my repair videos do really bad really fast, but over time
Yeah.
do much better because people are still researching those kind of problems. So I'm glad. I hope that video where I found the problem was a fuse and fixed it on video. I went shopping for fuses and showed everybody how to do it. Hopefully that video was helpful to you. So thanks so much for answering the question. Let me know which video you found is fine. Joey says full line is rough. You're right, brother. Full line can be rough. It's not passive income for sure. And then Vending Business Solutions. Look at that. Dominic is here. Welcome, Dominic. He says he is still doing honor boxes. Dominic, are you going to Vegas? Let us know in the comments if you're going to be there this year. We're working on all of our travel plans to go to Vegas for the NBVA.
He did a lot last year. He did a lot of seminars and stuff.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah, he spoke a lot.
He said he's going.
And I think he's on the board. I think.
Let's get drunk.
So no, he did. He was really involved last year, and I was all excited because we had watched his videos, and so we were excited to meet him.
That's cool.
And so it was cool. He helped us out a lot, but he's just a super nice guy. And like those, I think he actually, like I said, he sells those honor boxes, and then he has a lot of videos on those honor boxes. So if you really wanted to look into that, he's got all that stuff.
Yeah, definitely go check out Vending Business Solutions here on YouTube.
Yeah.
Dominic has done some really cool videos over the years. I've watched a lot of his videos too. And yeah, man, let's definitely meet up in 2023. And yeah, let's have some beverages, man. Absolutely, for sure. We'll have some beverages because you can't go to Vegas and not have a beverage, right?
Yeah.
For sure. All right, guys, we are in our last couple minutes of the live stream. Looks like I am saying Tarika's name right. Welcome back to the live stream. Glad to have you here. So thank you for that. Thank you for clarifying. I am saying your name correct. So that's cool. And then I think, are we about caught up on the comments? I think we're about caught up. We do have one from Freddie. Freddie says he watched the brand new video you posted today, and actually that's how he found the channel. He was wondering how many cans could fit in there fully loaded. Yeah, so that machine is 650 cans. So it's a Royal 650. So because it's Royal 650, it holds 650 cans. So that's usually how you can tell on drink machines. But so glad you found the video. So glad you found the channel. So glad you found our live stream. Welcome. Glad to have you here.
Find the Discord.
Yes, next find the Discord. And Dominic, I don't know if you're in our vending Discord either. But come join us in our Discord. We'd love to have you there. That would be awesome. He says he's holding us to it. I'm talking that must be about having the beverages. Yes. So obviously this will be my first trip to Vegas. I've never been to Vegas before, so I don't know where the best place to get the beverages are. I'm sure there's plenty of options. So we'll all have to talk about it while we're there.
There's no alcohol in Vegas. Come on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Sure.
Right.
Yeah. I'll drink root beer. So
root beer. There you go. All right.
Freddie
Freddie wants to know what's the Discord. So the Discord, actually, Freddie, we don't have it here. Actually, the video you watched today of my video, the link for the Discord is in the description of that video. So if you scroll down, if you click on more and scroll down in the description, you'll find the link for our Discord server there in that video. And we all put it in our video description. So if you ever need to find that Discord link, it's always in our video descriptions.
Yeah. And there's tons of vendors in there. So all types of vending.
Yeah.
For sure. Love it. Yeah. So Dominic's going to hold us to having those beverages. Absolutely, man. I'm ready. I'm ready for this stuff. I can't wait, honestly. I'm really looking forward to it. I've been doing a lot of research. I'm trying to plan my trip.
Uh-oh. We lost Matt.
Did we lose Matt? No.
Yeah.
Matt, you're the host.
Yeah, he's going away.
Well, there was only 2 minutes left in the stream anyway. I think we cut this off here.
That's weird. He's like frozen.
Yeah. Are we still alive then?
Yeah, I think so. Looks like it.
Anyone in the chat able to tell us we're still alive?
It looks like it.
Look at that. He doesn't even get to see the $10. We're going to have to tell Matt. I'm going to screenshot this and put this in Discord.
Thank you, Dom.
So he knows. He knows that he got a $10 super chat.
Yeah.
Thank you for giving him that $10 super chat to help pay for his trip.
Well, we only have
So-
about 2 minutes left, and we, in February we got started at the NVBA, and we didn't know what we were doing, and we went to the NVBA in Vegas, and I can't tell you how much I learned. And people like Dominic and Jaime Ibanez, and then there's tons of like bulk vending people that have been doing this for over 30 years, and then there's claw machine, and the claw machines were kind of the new thing they talked about when we were there. And so there's everything there, and plus it goes with the amusement. I can't remember the name of the amusement expo that's going on at the same time, and there's also a laser tag conference going on at the same time. So
I like laser
anybody that's going to go, you should go for sure, because it is definitely worth. We learned so much. We bought our first machines there, and it was just great. And then we're also running out. We only got like 30 seconds left,
I'm
so
gonna do
join
this.
the Discord. Show them your box.
This is my Xtreme box, which you can get. They're cheaper than anything else. You can buy these and stock your mini claw machines. But I want to do this on the stream. Okay. I wanted to do that. I don't know if we made it in time.
Yep, we made it. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. I don't know what happened to Matt, but Matt from Galaxy Games says thank you so much for watching. And we'll see you guys next week. And thanks for sticking with us.
Yeah, we appreciate all the support, man. Is it going to disconnect us, though, right now?
I don't know.
Or
Because I can't.
know. Maybe we're just live for a little while. I get that for the epic finale, but
That's fine with
I don't know.
fine with me. If people want to still comment, we
Okay.
can answer their comments. I think we're still live from what I see on the feed.
Oh no.
I can't see the comments like Matt does, but I can see them on the YouTube, and it
The
says
Discord.
he says there's Freddie Bales or Bayless says I'm a 16-year-old and I'm going to take these tips and make my moolah. So he's going to take whatever he's learned from our live stream and make some money, which is great. And then I know, do you see that? That's Mr. Barmino gave it $10. Then it says we don't